All right, cool. We're going. Let's put that work in. Of course, my dog loves me so much.
My dog got to play with kids today. She's in a good mood.
Yours?
Yeah, because their friend came over with their kids. So, like, the kids got to play with the dog.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Sweet. Oh. Cool. Oh boy. Alrighty, man. Well, we are. Oh, I don't even know which one am I on my screen. I think I'm on this one, huh? Discharge. Discharge. Yeah, man. Milio, what's up, man? What's cooking? Nothing good looking. We just chilling. We're going to be having an interesting one today. So we are going to be going through the process of looking at a king give a player Das Boot. And how that looks. Get some information on it. Should be good. Should be good. Yeah, I'm actually super excited for this one. Yeah, let's just get some of the promos out the way. Yeah. Do you have a cutoff time too?
Me? I mean, if we could be done in like half hours, that'd be great.
Yeah,
But if
no,
not,
absolutely. Yeah. It's
go spend some time with the old wife, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely, my guy. Cool. So let's do this.
I definitely want the other kings to see how the process works. I don't know if they've done it yet. I'm sure some have, but it costs money. So I don't mind putting up like $30 to show everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I might even ping the King's Guard for anyone that's curious. Maybe that's actually not a bad idea now that you say that.
I also want everybody to know how much I am against this system, and then I've picked a very small account because I don't want to give them that much money.
Yeah.
Because it's silly. And like I was telling you earlier, if I wanted to rip off the CallofDragons team, I could just go create another account and put it as king, boot the guy, pay to boot the guy, give myself back king, and then refund that account.
Yeah.
And I want the COD team to know that. So they're like, oh, we're going to get ripped off. We need to change it.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, listen, I am not, I'm equally not that big of a fan on.
Bro, if you could read the CallofDragons King chat.
Oh, yeah. The Age of King. Yeah.
The one thing we all unite under, like, you know,
we all
this
united.
thing. Like it's insane. It's almost insulting. It is insulting. Like that they would protect players that are not playing the game and inactive over, you know, basically thinking a king is gonna abuse the system and just you know. I mean, I'm sure there'll be instances for that, but there's a way you can. It's a way you can get both, you know, best of both sides. But
yeah,
whatever, man.
Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting because it almost sounds kind of like it almost is like a contradictory way of thinking where it's like, you know, you have to pay to basically remove someone who's dead weight. It's just
Yep. And then
it's
people are going to
like you
take
gotta pay.
advantage
It's like
of
you
it.
gotta pay to take out your own trash, you know. And again, that's it's interesting.
If you really wanted to move to another server and you couldn't afford it, all you got to do is be like, "Hey, man, I'm not going to move. You got to migrate me." You know.
Yeah.
And
Oh
a
yeah,
lot more
yeah.
servers went in full. I don't know if you saw that with the change.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm gonna go through all that. So that's one of the things I'll probably do. Like whenever you go, that'll be probably what I'll do. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna start looking at all the full status kingdoms and like what their points are. I'll probably look at the crowded ones next, and then I'm gonna start looking at the points that have been allocated to certain players, so I can try and figure out what the point tiers are.
Yeah, I mean, we
Per
have
player.
people
Yeah.
in other kingdoms that are so it's the top 400 players,
hmm
including under 15 mil accounts. But there's inconsistencies being reported in that King's chat. There's players that are above the 400 that aren't counting, and then there's some that are counting. So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
Interesting.
there's a lot of inconsistencies with which accounts are actually counting towards the migration
Yeah.
influence thing, and then what's not.
Yeah, because I'm sure people are already taking a look at it too as well. I know I haven't had a chance yet, but I'm sure people have already been going through it, and I'm sure sifting if you're saying that they're already posting about it too.
We're actually only 2 accounts roughly more than I thought we would be, so we're pretty on track for us.
Yeah,
But that means we have 2 accounts worth of baby accounts that are counting. So
yeah. Jeez, man. All right, I'm almost done, and then we'll.
you're good, man.
Yeah, then we'll start it up. Oops, I don't want to do that. Recall, I wanted to do the prep chat. Psh, bam. Yeah, just getting some of that. Getting some of that promo. Dude, I got some juicy lean food right next to me, man. Gonna munch on this in a moment. I'll probably do it while you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be long. I'm just gonna say my piece, which will be like 30 seconds long, and then I'll be like, all right, let's do it for science.
Like, dude, riot or leave. What?
I'll give a synopsis on why I'm booting this guy, just so people don't think I'm being a bully.
Yeah, but, dude, pitchforks and dictator chants, man. That's the way we do it. We
Well,
see stuff.
I mean,
like
the guy. I guess the guy was like here in
joking.
season 1 or 1+, and he just quit at like 20 or shit. He's 23 million power, and we've asked him to leave, and we've offered to pay for it.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't want to go. So this is the perfect reason for this feature, but we shouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, and yeah, well, yeah, I'm jamming through this, and then we'll start, which is nice because it gives some people are starting to load in a little bit right now, so people can kind of head in before we show you going through the process, which will be great.
Yeah,
and then we can maybe talk a little bit about it. Yeah, so if you're just joining, we'll be starting in a moment here. As you guys know, I'm just going through and getting some promo rounds, but we're gonna see a top kingdom. Which again, you guys are familiar with Doom. I've had him on before from 110, right? He runs ROG and works with that alliance there. And he's identified a player, and we're going to watch him basically go through the process of using the discharge feature. We'll talk a little bit about it, but you guys will kind of be able to see, since the update dropped, and finished 12 hours ago or whatever, 12, 14, 16 hours ago, what does that actually look like when you are removing someone, and then, talk a little bit about kind of our thoughts on it, and, let Doom share, how he feels about it too as well. So we'll be showing that off in a moment. So if you're just coming in now, perfect timing, because I'll be finishing here in maybe a minute or two, and then we'll be getting right into the goods. So it just kind of gives everyone a little time to load in. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you, man. Yesterday on the stream, you know Humble. I don't know if you know Humble. He's one of the. I think it's a guy. I should just go gender neutral and just be like Humble. Well, Humble came in the stream yesterday and donated a decent amount. It's very nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's very generous. It was basically at the end of the stream. Like I had just got done grinding, messaging the top 202 or top 203 players in the game based on historical power because I was like doing something for a video. And I mean, I was probably like 5 or 10 minutes away from ending at that point, just because I had just done it. I was like psychologically, mentally exhausted just from doing that. And shout out to Dev, because Dev was there, who was one of the viewers, and he gave me some inspirational words when I was like 100 people in, and I was like, all right, I kept going. But yeah, man, Humble came through and.
That's awesome. It's live streaming, bro. That's what brings you to the audience, you know.
Showered some love, man. Showered some love. Yeah, it was dope. All right. Yeah, we'll be almost done here. Yeah. Dream, what's up, man? Welcome. Got some drama. What? I heard they nerfed. You said I heard they nerfed Marg or Magze. Oh.
Did they?
I don't know, man. I mean, June would probably know more about that than me.
First I'm hearing of it.
All right.
Maybe I need to go read.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure. Because I don't even know if and to be fair, I haven't been super paying attention that much to Gen Chat. So if people have been talking about it there, I don't know. Unless it was something that happened in the update, you mean? Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention, so I haven't seen anything specifically posted or mentioned about that. But I imagine that kind of stuff is usually in thinner circles before it maybe spreads out. Okay. Maybe one more minute, and then I will be done. And we'll get into it. Oops.
If you'd rather do this in the COD channel or official channel, I don't care, man. I can run over there.
Well, no. I think we can do it here first, just because it gives us a chance to have a little bit more of a focused showing, and I think focused discussion. Because we don't maybe we don't want to necessarily open the floodgates right away. I'll just say that.
I wish I did have another account. I'm looking at your chat and your stream. I wish I had an account before the migration that I could have shown both sides, but I don't have access to one.
Oh, I see what you mean. That actually, oh man, that could have been cool.
I do have access to one that we want to get rid of, but the problem is I'm not paying that much money.
Yeah, and I'm sure you don't want to waste it on, like, if you're going to use it because you're going to go through the process, you'd rather do it.
Yeah,
because you're doing it with the.
I don't mind the science behind it, though. I would like.
Yeah.
It's worth it to me for the $20.
Yeah.
This should be enough. At least one side of it.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, man, that actually could. You know what could have been dope is if I had the account and I was just on the other side, and then you were the one who did it, and then we could just like swap this. I was just Now that you say that.
Yeah, but I don't think I can. I don't know. Can I discharge? I mean,
Yeah, I just don't know if you want to waste, because the thing about it is, did it say? Because I don't even think it says if it refreshes every like 30 days or something, or if it's supposed to be every season. I don't know if I read anything, and I did just skim it, so I didn't read everything, but I didn't see that there was any mention of how it resets.
So yeah, so actually, let me see if I can see how many I have, because I mean, like I said, I haven't really looked too much into this.
Yeah, I know it's 20 that everyone starts off with. That's what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, I've got 20, and you get 10 per. If it's what they said in the meeting or whatever, you get 10 per. Okay,
10 per what?
10 per season, I think.
Okay. Oh, so it is season. Okay, cool.
Maybe it is month. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Okay.
But I haven't even pulled up the discharge player screen until just now, because I wanted it to be new for the video.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, we're about to jam it. Okay, cool. I'm ready. I'm done. I have pro mode. We're all set. Let me switch screens and come over to you. I need to let me go on you. I'm gonna full screen you too.
Sure.
I have your thing muted. But yeah, just so I can see. Hang on.
And I'll show everybody how to get there, because it's not through the banner.
Oh UI. Man, I wish I could full screen your thing. Show non-video. Record view stream preview. What does that do? Oh man. Okay. I guess we'll have to do it like this. All right. I was thinking to myself, man, that'd be so cool if I could do it that way. Let's see. Let's do this. This one. All right, cool. All right. So we are oh, hang on. I think I'm oh wow, it's like really going off to the side though for me. How do I
Yeah, that's really weird.
No, oh no, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold up. We'll do it like this. One sec. Let's do hang on. I'll just do Discord SS. This will make it a lot easier.
Do you want me to show the before and after of the migration score?
Do
you think that's useful?
Hang on, let's do this. Oh, hold up. How do I do? Oh, there we go. That's fine. You know what? Maybe I'll just do it like this for the right window thing, because I was thinking, Oh, here we go. Hold up.
There you go. Well, you had it.
Dear God, one sec. Hold up. There we go. Let's do it like this. One sec. We got it. I gotta finagle. Hang on. Let's. Man, you know we'll do it like this. I'm just gonna do it the easier way. Yeah, let's go like this.
There you go.
There we go. I'll just move it like this. I can always move it back. Okay, we're good. Yeah, because I was like trying to like do it another way, but I was like, all right, man, whatever. We'll just this is the easiest way. I'll put it top left. This way it kind of gets full view, and I can always adjust it. Okay, so fam, so Doom's gonna take over. This is what we're gonna be looking at today. So what we're gonna look at is Doom's gonna take us going through the discharge process. Right, he's gonna share with us some thoughts too as well, and we're gonna see how this looks, and then maybe have a little bit of a conversation on it afterwards, just depending on our time. Before that, Xylus, what's up? Welcome. Logan, what's up, man? You will be showing the process of discharging a player from the King's perspective. Yes, this is from the King's perspective, Logan. Absolutely correct. Goody, what's up, man? Would be awesome to see the other end. What happens when someone is discharged as well? Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to see that now. Goody says boot B and scout account. Yeah, there we go. Then I could do it. Talk about a solid use of money to boot my 7,000 powered scout account. Simon, what's up, man? Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let Doom take over now.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All right. So what's up, COD peoples? So I haven't done this yet, so we're doing it for science. I just want to speak that I am hopefully against the process for the king to pay for it. I am just doing it to this one time so everybody can see how it's done. The player that I have targeted is a player who played a long time ago. I'm pretty sure in season 1 plus. And we've asked the player to migrate off. It's a very small powered player. We've even offered to pay for the migration in dragon tickets, and the player has refused, right? So this is the perfect reason why we need an expulsion system. However, the kings having to pay for it can create a situation where a player can demand a migration for free from the king, which is why we're all really against it. So I'm gonna show you my score. So I'm over. These are the points. I'm allowed 4,000, and every player is worth a certain amount of points, which you can see I am worth 21 points. And so we're over by a lot, right? So we're going to come back and see if this changes after I boot this player. I think this player is worth like 1 point. So you actually cannot get to the expulsion screen from this UI, Kings. You actually have to find the player on the map. Okay. And
dude,
once you find him,
I thought it was all from there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You go here, and then you get this little thing down here in the bottom left called discharge players. Okay. So this is also how you issue recovery tickets. Okay. So you cannot issue recovery tickets without going this way as well. It's not in the other UI. So here's the player. He is ranked 291 on my server. and I have 20 discharges. You all get 20. And I think you get either 10 a month or 10 a season. I can't remember. It's one of those. So we're going to discharge them. I haven't got past the screen yet. And you can see up in the top right, these are the amount of permits that I have. All right. So these are the ones that I've been buying every month or whatever. So it's going to come out of my pocket. Right. And this is the little COD coin. So here we go. We're going to do it. Discharge. So I have to pay 3 migration permits. And a $20 dragon ticket. All right. And,
but that 20 ticket, just for reference, right? You said that was something they talked about in the King chat, right? So based on that, there's nothing really new as far as payment wise.
Yes.
Okay.
So to get rid of this 23 million power account, I am paying $35 because the first and second bundle is required. This is 3 tickets. It's like $15. Plus $20. $35 to get rid of a player that doesn't really play the game, that will log in once or twice a season, doesn't go into the KvK, doesn't do anything but take up space. And when you're a full kingdom, even one 23 million power account, it takes up space. They add up. So here we go. We're going to hit confirm. Let's see. And it says I have 120 hours. And they will receive these permits to move. And I have 120 hours to pull this back, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to see what that looks like. All right. I just discharged. It didn't do anything.
All right. It broke. Sorry, your game's been uninstalled and you're no longer able to play.
Look at it. The player has been discharged. Please select another.
Oh, but it didn't update. Oh, no, it probably will on the... Yeah.
Let's see. It says relevant records.
Well, click the tab, the bottom tab on the left. Yep.
There it is. So I can resend it. So you have to go to the flag, and then you can look at it, and I can resend it. He's 3 power. So that's 3 points I just gained.
For about 23. Okay.
Let's see if it updated the actual amount.
No, this is
43.
I think
it hasn't updated.
I think it
hasn't updated.
I bet you it doesn't update until he's
oh yeah, he's gone.
Until the time
120 hours. Yeah. You're right. So in 120, I'm assuming in 120 hours, 120 hours, so 4 days. So 5 days. In 5 days, he will be gone. So they didn't talk about that either. So he actually won't be gone until 5 days.
You gotta wait like almost a week.
Yeah. So that's another thing, you guys. If you're going to banish somebody for migration or recruitment, you got to do all that stuff 5 days before, or you're not going to have the space.
What is curious? Can you go and find some stronger players, or maybe people that have different? Because obviously, it seems like you can click on them and it won't do anything, but it'll at least tell you.
You want me to bring it up?
Yeah. Go find like whoever the strongest player is, and then maybe.
Oh no, I've got the perfect one. Hold on, let me.
yeah.
Hold on, let me. Where's
like just like do it, and then I'll take some screenshots. I'll send it to your R4s. Click on some of their accounts.
Do it to Alden. Hold on, let me see where he's at. Let me see. Is RV? Yeah, she's got RV going. Okay, hold on. There he is. All right, crap, but I don't know where he's at. I'm not in that alliance. All right, well, I was wanting to do it to Alden to mess with him, but let's just pick somebody. All right, let's pick. Here's our strongest player one of our strongest players on the server, Neo, right?
Okay.
Really good player, right?
161.
All right. Yeah. Let's say if I'm, Neo goes rogue or something, and I need to get him, right? So
sorry, Neo, GG baby. No.
Discharge him.
So he's worth 10.
Yeah, so I can't discharge him because he's top 50.
Oh, okay. So man, that sucks. So you basically have to find like the 151 player or the highest powered player that's 151 or below. Where's the list?
Maybe this one. Maybe this one.
No, there's the list you can look at though. Doesn't it show you the top?
It only goes down top 100.
Oh my god, what a drag, man! Like just talking about making it so hard.
Let me show you. So migration. Here's the list.
Yeah.
There's 50. Wait, what? It was 100 earlier. What?
I know. I'm pretty sure you're right because I looked at it on someone else's when I went into someone's account on my Scout, and I'm pretty sure. Dude, wow. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay.
So let's look at it.
We can creep it if we just find out the power. I'm sure we can.
Well, I'm pretty sure
you have to go off merits.
I'm pretty sure she had real life stuff happen last season. So let's see here. So here we go. Um,
238. Oh, my bad.
So,
So that's the merit ranking. Okay, yeah. I thought
yeah,
that
that's
was
the merit
yeah,
ranking.
okay.
So, if I this won't discharge her, right?
No,
I'm
it
pretty
won't.
sure.
No, it won't. It won't.
You need 4 more migration permits to do that.
What?
So I would need 45 permits to discharge her.
Damn.
45 permits.
What's
Do
her
the
power?
math.
What's the power?
85 mil. Well,
Jeez.
hold on. I don't know if she's 85 mil.
So you need,
So,
but that's plus the 20 though. Or I wonder if they say that that's 45 included of the 20.
but the $20 is the cost. That's not even that doesn't buy
Yeah,
any
dude, it's like a
migration.
service fee. It's like a service.
That's what it is. It's a service fee.
Oh my god.
And then you give them all the permits that they need, which she needs 45, right? 45, and that's dude, that's like, what is that? 185, right? At least or more.
Oh my
So,
God.
and I know she has some of these, so
Yeah.
it's not taking theirs. That's another thing that we didn't know. It's not taking their the permits that they already own
Out of their
It's not-
inventory.
yeah, it's not taking that on. It's only mine. But yeah, and then you got to wait 5 days. So if I want and I might take that back from that guy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like if I have 5 days, I'll probably just resend it. So actually, let's do that now. Let's see how that looks.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem, and then that way you could see, does it come back immediately? Is there a delay? Does it say you can't redischarge them after a certain period? Oh, well, that was pretty immediate.
Recovery voucher? It's not a recovery voucher.
You have not sent any recovery vouchers.
Like these are recovery vouchers. All right, and so
it shouldn't have done anything to your score either. It should still be at 4316.
I have 44 now.
Yeah, you got him back. Okay.
So I got it back. So that's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty screwed up system. I'm not gonna lie. It's like we asked for it and they gave it to us, but they gave it to us knowing we would never use it because we will never use this ever. Let me see if it gave me my dragon ticket back. Ooh, that's another thing. Where are dragon tickets again? Is it? Oh yeah, it was that one, right? No. Where's dragon tickets? Yeah. So these are the 20s. Yeah, okay, it gave me my dragon ticket back.
Okay.
So it did do that. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
So
you go there and you look and it's like, oh, sorry, that was your non-refundable deposit.
yeah, I mean so the system that we suggested to them in that meeting. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like walk them through that process.
So we wanted like a peace island. Remember like there was an island down here or whatever. It is right. It was right here, right? This was Peace Island, right? And it would kick them out there, and they would have events maybe that pop up that would help them earn like a certain amount of permits, right? Not all of them, because they are a company. They do need to make money off of it. I understand that, but let's not make money off of one player. Where that basically creates a player-on-player transaction, and that never can end well. Because what if, and I mentioned this to you early, Boss Nasty, what if, and I would never do this, but what if somebody was desperate enough that they created a secondary account, and they made it king, they banished or expelled somebody, and then made the main account king, and then they refunded that alternate account. Well, now you just ripped off the COD team, and they can't do anything about it, and the player's gone. So it's like, there's so many. It's not well thought of. It's not really well received by 100% of my peer group and the King group. Like none of us want it, and this is just silly. It needs to be changed. It's just, and people that hate each other or dislike each other or like rivals and stuff. It doesn't matter. This is like going beyond that. Everybody is in agreement. This needs to go. Something else needs to change. It needs to be like a peace island where they go there, or a realm, like I think you were the one that mentioned that, Boss Nasty. Like a realm where expelled players can go.
Yeah.
And they can generate alliance points or whatever to buy their permit once a week. Or, and maybe they have special events to earn permits, so it's cheaper to migrate, something like that.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have to pay for players who have gone inactive and are aren't playing the game, but they log in one time every 30 days just to stay online and take up space.
Yeah,
Like
to screw with you.
the competitive kingdoms out there, like we do everything we can to min max so we can bring the best the best we can to a KvK, and this is just making it worse. So I really wish that they would revise this and look at it and listen to our pleas for it to be changed, because this is not a good system. It's going to be abused in every way. That's all I got on it, man. You got any questions for me?
I mean, I'll be honest, man. Listen, you showed off everything, that I think we wanted to see, and everything that we were curious about. As it goes to the suggestion I mentioned, right? And this is something, when I had first made the suggestion, and I'm sure others did too. From what I remembered, I was one of the first people who mentioned the whole thing, like, hey, let's just put them on that Gilligan's Island area. But then I started thinking about it more, and I started mentioning this for what you said. That was, why don't we just dispel or discharge the players out of the kingdom completely and put them on, and just basically make, like, I don't want to say a prison island because that sounds aggressive, but put them on their own kingdom, let them have their own server. And it's just like the server for, misfit toys / inactive / low active players. And then the dev team can just, if they want to like disable PvP, or if they want to allow people to PvP, but the only number one rule that kingdom can't do is just participate in KvK. Right, so anyone that's there just can't do anything KvK, but they can still join alliances, they can participate in events, they could do SLEs, etc. Right, so they don't they can do great size. They don't have to miss out on anything, but it's just an island, or it's just a kingdom or a server that is just for players that are discharged. Now, again, if you want to tinker with the whole, like, okay, should we disable PvP? Right, you could do that, so that way people aren't negatively impacted if they feel like that. But I think at minimum, it should just be they can't participate in KvK. And then this way, when they're out of your kingdom, now they don't factor towards your KvK matchmaking, and they don't factor towards your kingdom power status that goes towards migration. So to me, it just seems like it's a win-win to do it that way. And then the two other small things I mentioned was allow for them to gather permits at twice the rate. So just allow them to get 2 permits a week. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, right? Because you have to remember, it's a win-win. It's supposed to be a win-win for all around. The win for you is that you're getting the dead weight, you're getting the inactivity, you're getting the misfits, so to speak, right? In most cases, out of your kingdom. So it's a win for you, but it can also be a win for them, even though it's not, like, we're just going to give you everything for free, but you let them gather at twice the permit rate, and then you give them like a 10 to 20% discount on the total amount of permits it takes for them to move their account. I don't think that is unreasonable to do. And I think that it solves the problem on both ends, for the king and for the player, because people also have to understand that there's a high percentage chance that if you are removing or you're discharging an inactive, low activity, low contributing player, that they're kind of already maybe on their way out of just not playing the game anymore. Or maybe some of them get some kind of renewed or reinvigorated level of motivation, and now they'll start playing a lot more because they know, okay, it's going to be a little cheaper to move. And if those players have a decent powered account, they spent before, maybe they'll spend again. It could still be a win-win even for the game as well.
Well, and there was some other ideas, and I actually thought of this idea, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 seasons ago when we first hit our surprise we're capped thing. But this was like the season that started right after like the 40-something billion power kingdom, like from Gen 1, like that whole thing. When it hit Gen 2, we were like, oh, we get all this room and stuff, and we didn't. And we had like 80 people that were coming that we had to turn down, which, I mean, that's fine, but like, we didn't know. And what they could do, the point system is really great, but what they could do, instead of us expelling players, which I think the expelling is still good, and I would, if I really wanted to get rid of a player, I wouldn't mind paying just the $20, right? The service fee, but not the permits. I will compromise at that. But I don't think we should pay anything, but I would compromise at that.
They make you pay a service fee.
what they could do is imagine this is the KvK sign up screen. And I have 4,000 points, right? And I have a list of players, and they're all worth a certain amount of points. I can click, and this I'm not the only one who thought of this, so I don't want to take the whole credit, but I did, think of this like 4 seasons ago and put a suggestion in the COD suggestions and had like 200 votes, but they didn't care. Anyway, but you can select the people you want up to 4,000 points.
Yeah.
And that way, if you have like some extra people and you don't sign them up, let's say like, you get a new job and you just can't play a season, but you've been a loyal, active player for a year, but you just need a season off. Well, like this is the perfect way to do it. You get balanced KvKs because you only get 4,000 points of players in the KvK, but you don't have to migrate somebody who just needs a season off. And it would fix everything if they did it that way. You don't need to worry about special migrations or any of that. Still charge people to migrate to a server, so you still make that money. But then you don't have this crazy crap with this expelling and making the king pay or anything like that, because we don't need to. We just won't sign that player up for the KvK.
Yeah.
That's my other idea I had.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of the abridged version of what I was suggesting, which was, just allow for the king or queen just to register alliances that they want to take in with them. And then that way you let the R4 and the R5s just manage the players how they see fit. Yeah. And, and then and then that way you guys can let whoever you want into the alliance, but it also gives you the flexibility of bringing in shells too as well to utilize in KvK. You just are the gatekeepers, and so anyone that you keep in the alliance is obviously most likely going to be someone active. They're going to participate. They're going to contribute. Anyone you remove from the alliance is not. That we don't have to worry about any of that, at least as it pertains to the KvK.
But you still have server capacity at that point, and so
No, of course, and that's what I'm saying. It's only addressing the KvK portion. It doesn't address.
We have 4 shells we bring into a KvK, and we use all 4 shells. So like, we're not going to fill those shells up, but we're going to bring them into the KvK and use them. Yeah. But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. Like that side, the whole idea of registering alliances is really so that way you can bring in however many shells you want. You bring in the amount of players you want that are going to contribute and fight. And from there, that just goes into whatever your KvK MMR rating is that they factor in for the matchmaking. And then you can still tackle the kingdom power status stuff with obviously the current system that's there, right? Where again, accounts will disappear, right? Once they hit up to 90 days, depending if they're level 25 or up to, and then obviously between, but then you still have the discharge feature, even though obviously the discharge feature isn't. And it's going to be curious to me on how many people use it, because that's one of the things I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through, and we might do that tonight, but I want to go through just a bunch of the top kingdoms, not a lot, but maybe like the top 25, top 50 kingdoms. And I want to look and see if anyone has discharged, because I'm pretty sure you can view it if you have an account in there, because I tested this out on one of my scouts. So I'd be curious to see if anyone else has discharged people. And then also the whole migration point stuff. I'm pretty sure they're only counting accounts that are 15 mil and above, or 15 mil and 1 and above to the migration thing. Because I just checked one of my scouts at like 7,000 and I have 0 personal migration points.
Are you able to see this screen though?
Oh, dude, let's test this. Yeah. Hold on. Go redischarge that player and let me log into 110 on my scout. I want to see if I can see it. That actually is something worth testing. Oh my God, yeah. I just thought about this because that at least gives me the confirmation that anyone can see it. Even if I'm just like a brand new.
Okay. So I just discharged them.
Okay, let me see. I just loaded in. Okay, I need to go find your...
Go to the records. The records banner. On the banner, you go to the bottom right records.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let me see if I can...
you can see it. No, that's my screen. No, never mind. I was getting excited, bro.
He's like, guys, I can see it. I got it too. It's like, I'm on the account. All right. Okay, let's see. So I'm in 110. I'm looking right now. Oh, dude, I can see it.
Yeah.
So on a brand new account, I can see. So that's awesome for me because that means that I can go and see that information. I could still say I
Look
see
at it
your
again. See if it's still there.
see. I'll just go back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not there. Oh wow. So that it updates in real time because you just did that.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. All right. Look at that, dude. Figuring stuff out. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it had such good potential, man. It really did. I
Yeah.
just hope that they kind of look and just see it from our side. This isn't good for the game, man. The sign up roster system is probably the best way to you know, the both sides of it, right? You don't want a rogue king getting pissed off and just, you know, kicking all the players out. So you want to have a cost behind it. I get that, you know, but like you can't have players that don't play the game hold the king hostage, you know, for a free migration. It just can't do that.
You know, I think the challenge overall just with the system is it just feels like there's better alternatives than what they opted to go with, in addition to what you're saying that the majority, if not all, the kings or queens were consistent and rallied their support behind, hey, this is not something that we really want to be in the game. And I mean, it just, I guess it just really just feels, and I hate to say this, I do, but it's how it looks, man, is that it very much looks like just another opportunity to make some more money. And
Well, yeah, and the thing is, like I said, I
but
don't.
instead you're sticking actual players with the bill, which just seems counterintuitive.
A player, boss nasty, a player,
Well, I
not
mean, but you could
players.
swap it. You could swap the king and someone else
True,
could pay.
that's fair.
But yes, but I understand. Yeah, you essentially you are. It is one person that the burden falls on. Obviously, you know, you could have everyone just do like, dude, check this out. I'm going to hit you with something wild. So, you know how in
Okay.
some kingdoms, like especially in Rock, they used to do, not that they used to do, but they still do this now. They would have like one account be like the kingdom bank
Oh yeah.
for
Okay.
RSS, right? And so now I think of that and I'm like, all right, dude, so what's going to happen is everyone from the kingdom who like doesn't have like a lot of high spenders, they're just going to like, everyone's going to have to open up a joint account together at the same bank.
Well, you know, you gave me an idea there just
It's
now.
just,
Why
and like,
have an account as
yeah,
a bank? Why can't we could just do it in the realm system? They could do that.
yeah,
Anyway, that's
yeah.
off track. That's off topic. But yeah, I mean,
Just,
I get it, man. It's stupid. Like I wanted to showcase the process to everybody, and
yeah,
I thank you for letting me show it to everybody.
yeah, man.
But you know, it's not being well received by all of the kingdoms that are in my peer group that spend the money, right?
Oh,
So, you know, if you want us to keep playing and spending money, don't go after the people in charge of those communities that are spending the money. Just don't do it because you're not going to make any money off it. You're not going to make money off of me. I rescinded that thing. I'm not even giving them the $20 or $35. Like,
yeah.
screw that. So,
And
you know,
that's what I've been hearing from others too, as well, is that like just no one's going to use it. And I feel
no,
like if no one does use it, that, and you know what, maybe I should write that suggestion up about them just making a separate kingdom and going over some of those points that I mentioned. See if that might get some traction. Maybe they'll consider, you know, making an adjustment. I mean, I think they could still do, because that's the thing, man. Like if you discharge someone, I don't understand why you got to wait 5 days, man. Like it should just immediate, just kick them out, or at least give you a warning that says if you click this, they will be immediately removed from the kingdom. I don't understand why you got to wait for that stuff to take effect. Because let me give you another example. What happens if you, because remember, you can discharge people anytime with the amount of 20 you have. What happens if some people discharge players closer to the migration window? And then what happens if by the time you click discharge, you still got to wait the 5 days, migration window's over, right? Especially after the update, they're going to start shortening that. So it's like you could easily be stuck with
yeah,
those, you know, so, and, you know, and then now you're not able to bring in more people because the points aren't going to be removed until after the 5-day period. I mean, obviously that's only if people are going to use it, but
you have to know who you want to get rid of 5 days before the migration period ends, essentially. Which is that's no time at all, really.
Also, Goody just said something here, and this actually isn't a bad idea. Saying like the server should be able to use alliance credits to buy tickets for players. Like maybe you can have like an alliance credit pool, or maybe the alliance could have an alliance credit pool. That actually isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean they want money.
I mean, yeah,
for players migrating, and so that's their side of it. I don't, like I said, I would compromise just paying the flat $20 to get rid of an account.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay for their migration. That causes, it causes a lot of problems.
Yeah.
They need to remove that and put them somewhere where they can earn permits and they can pay for their migration to go somewhere. Make it cheaper for them, but a player, if the player is going to even pay a little bit to migrate somewhere, that means they're going to keep playing the game.
Yeah.
They're going to keep buying at least like a daily maybe here and there. They're going to keep making money, or they're going to not play at all and they're a dead player. You're not going to make any money anyway.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's the thing. I'm really wondering how many people are actually going to use this and not, because I feel like if no one does, then they're going to have to address this and do some fix. And like I said, to me, I like my kingdom server suggestion about putting them basically on, on their own kingdom. I don't know what you think about that. I don't know if I heard what you thought, but
I mentioned that in my my little spiel earlier. I was saying you actually suggested it, that they can go to another kingdom, and it's like a special kingdom, and make it, and even to add on to that, make it so that if I were to recruit players from that kingdom,
and you could,
and it maybe make it cheaper for them to migrate, or make some kind of incentive for me to recruit players from that kingdom. Like it's maybe they're a free player I can pull in or something. Like they don't count for points, and I can pull in maybe 3 players. It's like a special migration, but it's not. They're free, and I can do 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that way, if a player does get expelled there because they just can't play for that,
no, I got it. You know what we'll call it?
Yeah.
We'll take a line here from Monopoly. It'll be the get out of jail free.
Yeah, there you go. Get out of jail free card.
You get like 3 a season or something.
And that way, if you're trying to get off that kingdom to go join and play the game again, it's easier.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They need to do something, man, because this is just no bueno, man. I can tell you right now, and this is what I told my guys. In our town hall last week, I said, if anybody tries to exploit this system against me or 110, I'm going to burn you.
Yeah.
And I was very clear on that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure that's the way it is across the board. If anybody tries to abuse or exploit the king for a free migration, they're going to get burned.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't do it. We're taking a very clear stance against this.
Yeah.
But thank you for your time, bro, and covering this.
Dude, of course, man. I appreciate you spending some time with us and walking us through the process. And yeah, man, I'm off now. I want to go take a look at some, not off, but I want to go and look now at some migration points, because I don't know if anyone's figured out yet kind of what the minimum numbers are for getting the 21 points, the 20 points. I want to see if we might be able to figure a little bit of that out. And then I want to go through a couple of the top kingdoms, and I want to see if anyone has discharged anyone yet. Because I would be curious if anyone has from the top kingdoms. So we might go through and look at like the top 25, top 50 kingdoms and see if any of them have discharged anyone. And then in about an hour, we got the official start for season 3 for the Gen 2 kingdom pool. So that'll be fun.
The best time to look, though, I'm not saying don't look now, but the best time to look would be maybe, I guess, the next migration recruitment time, which is any time now, by the way. You can. But I guess people that are like, okay, we're trying to get rid of our players from the KvK. So Gen 3, I guess, maybe BTX, they might use this later on when their season's over.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think anybody's used it yet, because nobody's gonna pay that money, man. You just saw $35 for a 23 million power account on a full T5 kingdom. It's just not. That's not cool, man. But all right, man. Well, am I good to go? You want me to hang around?
Yeah. No. Yeah, man. No. Yeah. Go to your thing. I don't want to keep you from the fam.
Yep. All right. Well, anytime, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Take care. Later, Doom. Thanks.
Later. Yep.
All right, fam. So yeah. Jeez. Wild stuff. Let me catch up. I'm curious if some of you guys have any. I'm curious if some of you guys have any thoughts on that. So we're gonna, in a moment we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna start putting together a little sheet, and we'll do this live, of where we're gonna look at the points of players. I'm gonna search them. We'll see what their power is and their current, and we'll see if we can figure out what the power ranges are for the amount of personal migration score that is associated to the individual, so we can maybe figure out what the range is, because that to me I think would be really interesting. Let me check some chat here, because again I know we had a little bit while Doom was talking. Yeah, let's some of you guys, man. My Scott Simon, what's that? $20. This is ridiculous. Doing this 20 times and $400 later. I mean, yeah, man, absolutely. Rhinos, what's up, man? So there's a full amount for a player of 100 mil. Rhinos, what do you mean? What do you mean on that one? Goody says, can a king kick an R5 of a sub-alliance? Yeah. Well, as long as they're outside of the 150, right? So remember, in order to discharge someone, you have to be outside of the top 150, right? So it says here, you cannot discharge players who reached the top 150 in merit rankings for the last season. And you can see the ranking for players too as well, I believe. If we go, oh gosh, hang on, let me see real quick. Where was that? Yeah, so here's some of them, but you can only see, I think, to this way. So the king or queen can see what those numbers are. Like they can see, like if I was to go and click on, let me just see real quick. If I was to go and click on, where's ROG? Are they blue? ROS green? Oh, no, that's ROA. Oh, wow. What are they? Okay, here we go. So if I go click on someone's city, right, there's nothing, I don't think there's anything that I can do here where I can see, I don't think I can see any number for what their stuff was last season. However, Doom was able to. So he could see exactly how much there was whenever he clicked on the name, and then he did something else and it basically told him like how many points a player has. And then it would tell him, sorry, not how many points, what place they were in from the merit ranking last season. So we don't really have the ability to do that per se. But what we can do is figure out based on the power and then how many migration score they have, right, to kind of see like, you know, what the numbers look like there. And we can also see if anyone has been discharged in a kingdom too as well, right? So basically the short answer is like, yeah, could he, if they're outside of the top 150 merits from last season, then yes, they can be removed. So make the 150 merit mark and you can't be kicked. Yeah, basically. Mobile, what's up, man? I mean, you could zero them and then take them for cheaper passports. No, it's idea. I mean, maybe, unless it goes off of historical. I'm not sure if that's mentioned here. Because that could be it. It doesn't say. That actually would be something interesting to test, though, is would a player be willing to maybe kill off all their troops, get attacked, so it would lower the total amount? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that's like a hard ask, mostly on the player. Yeah, the list isn't good. We only have 50 on our list. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Like, too bad you can't go more. Why can you only see 50? Why can't you see the top 150 or the top 400 for, and keep in mind, we're really only able to see the list for realm migration score. And it sucks you can only go to 50, but it shows you the top 400. Why can't you see who your top 400 is? Or better yet, why can't you see the top 500, top 1,000 so you can see where the other people are too as well? I really hope they expand this beyond 50. But what's crazy, and I want to point this out, is my scout account counts towards a point in this kingdom, which, let's be real, it shouldn't count towards anything. I mean, I feel bad. My scout has taken up a point here for 110, and they're already full. I'm just making them fuller at this point. So, and I don't even know what look at that, dude. And I'm 10,000 power. Like, how does that make any sense that you're allowing a 10,000 power account, almost 11,000, and I take up 1 point? Right? That I don't understand that one. Now, I could understand if you want to set a minimum power level, for that. Like, if you want to say, anyone maybe 15 mil and above counts for as a point, and then, you just do the scale up that way. So like anyone who's 15 mil and below doesn't count, so it doesn't affect you getting people in. I mean, I'd be somewhat okay with that. Then you just kind of deal with your kingdom migration status maybe another way. But yeah, dude, that's wild that I'm taking up a point on this 10.8 thousand power account. Jeez, man. Ryoko, what's up? Keeping in mind that the amount of permits a king can technically have is limited as is. Okay, yeah, touche. That's another good point. Milio, it said the player receives permits and the ticket. Yeah. Mo says, if I ever end in that situation, pay me the money and I'll leave voluntarily. Yeah, man. Oh my God. Absolutely. It's just wild. Man, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you throw us out. We'll probably be going for a while. We're going to be showing off some more stuff too as well. I'm just trying to catch up on some chatter right now. What do we got here? Player receives. Yeah. Let me see. Milo says, I wonder if higher powered players get more tickets. The most likely they will, because you have to account for how much power they are based on the migration permit board per power. FFS says, such BS. Yeah, man. I mean, like Doom said, I don't think people are really a fan of this system. Goody says that will cost hundreds to kick someone in permits. Yeah, I mean, it could if they're strong enough. If they're strong enough, very much so. Try ESO COD, make next thing to take money from players. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, man. If you want to migrate, you got to buy permits. We get that, but the burden shouldn't be put on the king or queen. It should be put on the player themselves, and the game should just have a system that allows for players to go somewhere. And then if they want to move, they have a cheaper way to move, a faster way to move. And like I said, I think doing it those two ways that I mentioned after you would discharge someone to essentially a discharged kingdom, I think that could solve it really from both ends. But yeah, man, shout out to Doom for spending some time with us and being willing to walk us through how the discharge works. And also being able to hear from a king, queen themselves on how they feel about it. Because I think we'll probably end up... I think we're probably going to end up seeing soon... I'd be shocked if the kings and queens don't give additional feedback, or if we don't get some kind of update or announcement, or some high voted suggestion pops up. It's just... Yeah, man. Maybe I will... Maybe we will write up a suggestion of our own and maybe do that on stream a little bit later. That could be something. I really feel good about this whole kingdom idea. It's not Gilligan's Island, it's Gilligan's Kingdom. Ryoka says that Island still has notes and Darklings too. I mean, yeah, man. Like, don't deprive anyone of not being able to go do some PvE. Totally fine with that. Trig's like, at least you're in the King's group, Doom. You'll get there, Trig. We believe in you. Simon says, our king thinks it's ridiculous. Yeah, man. Like, I would be shocked if any king or queen is saying to themselves, oh my God, yes, I can't wait to spend more of my own money to remove players. Now, maybe some of them will do it, but I don't think anyone's going to be ecstatic about it, like just overwhelmingly over the moon, with a heavy level of excitement. Yeah. Mobile's like, make server Australia. There you go. I mean, that's one way. Yeah, man. Vavorix, what's up? By the way, on 462 server, we have 256 ghost players that don't exist. They are shown in server quota list with NIL as their name, and every each of them takes 1 point off migration score. We can't accept anyone. What? Okay, let me see this. You said it's 462? Where's 46? Okay, all right, let's look at this. This is what Vavorix said. Council, what's up, man? Good morning, BN. Good morning, bro. Welcome. Did you know that your account that are in kingdoms are actually taking migration spaces? Yes, that's how bad the current migration system is. Well, not all of them. There was one that didn't take a space. I think it was the account I had in 82. Maybe if they're below 10k power. But still, man, you shouldn't be counting scouts. You shouldn't be counting, and not even scouts. You shouldn't be counting accounts that are super, super low power. Like, that's ridiculous that my less than 11,000 power scout account takes up one migration spot. That makes no sense to me. Okay. So, oh, look. So Vavorix is the king. So he posted this in chat. He said there's 256 ghost players that don't exist and they show on here. Let's see. Realm migration. Oh, look, dude, look at that. So we can see people that want to come in and how many points are associated. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. We might be able just to go through some of the top kingdoms and look at this and see and just like fill out our ratio range for how much powered you are, if there's merits or if it's just power, and then what the migration score is that you get. So they're crowded. Yeah, we can only... Oh, I see. Yeah, so I can't see that. Vavorix can probably see it, but we can't. For all the other players that, if they keep track of them, and if he was to go there, he could probably see it. Or I should say they can see it. Again, I don't know if it's a guy or girl. Got to be gender neutral. So, yeah. Okay. Interesting, though. I mean, this is a young kingdom, dude. And oh, we can also see... You know what we could do as well, that I was just thinking about this? We can go through some of the seasons and we can see what the max migration points are. So we can see, like, what's the season 2 migration points? What's season 3? What's pre-strife? What's SOS? And see if that changes. And maybe we'll be able to do kind of like a guide video, maybe work in what Doom sent us to as well. So yeah, that could be fun to do. We might be able to figure it out that way. Yeah, man. Miller says, also, some players have different activities, different times of the year. So winter, they might be more active than, say, summer. Yeah. Exactly what we need is a sign-up sheet. Yeah, man. Ryoka says, it would also fix matchmaking because then only active players are in matchmaking. Yeah, absolutely. Even though the only problem is it would basically lock farms out of KvK, which people would whine about. Well, again, if you're doing the alliance registration option, you could still include some of the farms. That would be one thing that would help get around that. Noodle. What do we got here from Noodle? Why not just limit it? What do we got here? Why not just limit it to X amount of players per KvK? King selects the roster pre-matchmaking. The rest don't count. Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. I think doing it the alliance way is a little easier because you only have to select a few amount. If you do it where you have to sign up players, you have to select a lot of individuals, right? There's a lot of clicking that's going to go with that. So to me, I just feel like if they just say, look, let's just register alliances, I feel like that solves it. Then what you do is you let the R4s and the R5 manage who's in each of the alliances and who gets removed, right? So that way they're still doing the same thing, but it's less overall clicking and individual manual labor that you have to do. But again, I still think that's pretty much on point. Milio's like, that's too easy. Yeah, right. Goody says, that way people who are there for no reason miss out, can't enter KvK, get nothing for the duration of Home Kingdom, people would soon leave. Yeah, I mean, possibly, or just go inactive sooner. Yes, this would definitely make people want to leave if they know they get no chance of rewards. Yeah. Travis, what's up, man? Whiteout survival for the win. You know, maybe we will check out some whiteout soon. I'd be curious to see how the data looks over there, which is, you know, my thing. I think we're almost caught up. Goody says servers should be able to use alliance credits. Yeah, to buy tickets. Yeah, man. If you want to boot 20 people, use the alliance credits. Take a potential slight disadvantage into KvK with alliance credits lower. Yeah. Or what would be cool is if people could donate just on that thought. What if people could donate alliance credits? So you donate, you can have anyone in the kingdom can donate alliance credits. And then from there, by donating, you donate it into a pool. And the pool is what you can use then as well to help buy. So anyone could do that, right? It could be anyone in the kingdom that donates. There would just be like a donate button somewhere around here, right? So like maybe you click Realm Records, you could look here, and maybe there's a donate button up here. And then anyone in the kingdom can donate alliance credits. And then there would be like an unlimited amount of permits. There would just be no limit for the amount that you could get. So that way, because you have to think about it, if you're doing that, and don't get me wrong, like that is kind of difficult in its own right, because it's not as though everyone's going to want to give those up. But maybe that's another option as a thought. DreamCod's like, yo, it's just easier to zero. I mean, yeah, it could be. Kirito says the new system is just weird. Even the farms count, down to the server accounts under 15 mil, and even inactive players suddenly count at the server. Yeah, but to that point, Kirito, I think it's also, I don't even know why I have this on. I think to that point, it's also, if you think about this from a kind of system data perspective, it's also giving you more insight into how the players are counted towards the kingdom. So it is kind of something else that they're giving you a little bit more insight in now. One point that's super weird. Yeah, man. Goody says a CoD draft pre-migration would be awesome. Yeah, right. Lowest ranking. Oh, sorry. What do we have there? Lowest ranking. Oop, there, go up a little more. Damn, I didn't realize you guys have been talking so much. Jeez. Lowest ranked KvK team gets to pick one. Okay. With the first pick of the 2025 for draft, Echo selects Goody, underpowered Infade from Australia. Great. DC, hey, what's up, man? What happened with the discharge? Does the king need to pay themselves? Yes, they do. So DC, again, whenever we wrap up the stream, you'll see I'm probably going to do a separate video as well on just what that walkthrough process looked like. So I'll probably cut this video down and do a separate release maybe tonight or tomorrow where Doom is walking us through that process and then talking a little bit about it. So, people can kind of see that in a shorter view. Otherwise, you can watch it in the VOD when we wrap up. Yeah, Kirito's like, even your scouts count. Yeah, I mean, I probably most of them do. But it would be interesting to test to see if under 10,000 points doesn't and over 10,000 points does. Because remember, I said this earlier, one of my scouts I know did not count towards it counted as 0 points. So I'll have to go back and see if I could find that one. Yeah. Meek, what's up, man? Why don't they let us see more? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I don't get that. Why is it that I can only see 50? I don't understand. Especially when they tell you, your top 400 are counting. It's like, why not at least show you 400? I'm not sure on that one. Clan, what's up, man? Is the new migration system better? The new migration system is absolutely, because the new migration system is exactly what I and many others have been advocating for, which is let us just purely accept and deny everyone because everyone has to apply. I haven't heard anything negative about the new migration system from any of the kings or queens. I haven't even seen anyone say anything negative about it yet. My hope is and my assumption is that it is a big win because it's something that directly is a result of community feedback. Trig, what's up? It's said that it's historical power in the last 45 days. Oh, it did. Is that on the rules? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's for the migration score. But I was saying for the permit score. I think that's what I was saying before. Was talking more about the amount for the discharge, like so that top 150. It'd be nice for that. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, it's great that it does say that. Yeah. Fergie, what's up? Within the realm migration section, in more info, they tell you exactly what contributes to personal influence, but just needs to work out the formula, which is harder said than done. Yeah. No, absolutely. Because they say here, it's personal migration scores are calculated as follows. The Legion power of units being healed in your hospital count towards your personal migrations score. So I wonder if that means, that's kind of loose language. Couldn't that mean that because couldn't that mean that if you have units in the hospital but they're not being healed, unless it just means anyone that's in the hospital, regardless if they're healed or not? Because it's not like you have speed ups, like it's just auto heal essentially at that point. Yeah. So I guess that kind of answers itself. It's just anyone that's in the hospital. Artifacts count towards this. War pets count towards it, regardless of equipped or not. Okay, that makes sense. The number of dead units in ossuary does not affect your personal migration score. Okay, so basically the dead units that you're going to get back don't count until they're actually back and in your account. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Whether you have claimed them or not. Okay. The Legion's unit count. The Legion's unit count towards your personal migration score. This is calculated as your highest Legion. Huh. You know, the one thing they don't say here. Wow. So the one thing they don't say here is your account power. They don't say anything about your building or your research power or your building or tech power. It's all focused more on PvP, which I guess in a sense is a little bit better because it potentially allows you to get maybe more people in if you're not counting those areas. But yeah, that is one of the things that doesn't say on here. Yeah. Clan, is there a max migration points a kingdom can hold? Yeah, so as an example, in this one, which is, I think it's 462 or 362, if that's right, for where Viverix is. This one's 800. I believe the max, probably once you get to Season of Strife, is 6,000. Because we saw that when we went to 110, which was Doom's Kingdom. We'll show that again here. I'll hop in there so we can see. It will be interesting how many points Echo and BDO have. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going to take a look at that stuff too as well. So I'm going to write down how many points everyone is at right now. Like I'm going to keep, we're going to go through that. So like the top kingdoms, maybe not every single one, but we'll go through the top kingdoms, maybe the ones that are full and crowded. And we're going to look at how many points they have right now. And then we'll see how that looks at the end of the season, right? So maybe we'll at least do that for the G2 group, maybe others, but keeping track of that stuff could be really interesting. I mean, I think it's interesting. Oh, well, why am I going to the bear? Yeah, so in 110, you'll see, right, because they're full and they're also SOS, right? They got 4,000 points, right? So you could see that there. Yeah. We'll be interesting. Doom's like, I'm back. Wife is doing gardening stuff, so I'm just going to listen and get ready for the KvK. Anyone have any questions for me and Chet? I'll answer. Thanks, KvK. Yeah, man. Thanks so much. Fergie, you're a legend. Dude, that's right, man. Thanks for the coverage. I'll be farming in KvK for a while. Captain, what's up, man? We have been telling them and told them at the round table. Yeah, I mean, and Doom said the same thing. Absolutely. Goody says you'll have to boot yourself and cough up the cash then too. Oh my gosh, man, it's so rough. I mean, just think of that. It's like, oh my gosh, bro. Trig says, if I'm not there now, I'll never be in King's Group 21 billion kingdom. Trig, so what happened, Trig? Did you ask? Did you reach out to, oh God, who is it? I'm forgetting the person's name. Did you reach out to them and say, hey, we're 21 bill, we'd love to be added or something like that? What did they say? Damn, COD said his kingdom's 450, 4571 out of 4,000. Jeez, Rip or Rooney. George, what's up? Hey, is there a way I can migrate to season 1? No. You can't. The only way you can migrate to a kingdom in season 1 if you are in a kingdom in season 1, and then you're not able to migrate until you get to pre-war. So until you get to like the 1.5 season mark after season 1 ends or near the end of it. But you'd have to be within one of those kingdoms. Excuse me, in that season / storyline. Clan overflow migration cap will not be able to recruit for 2 seasons at least. Dude, I wonder. I mean, and that's the thing, dude. Think about that. And that's a great point, Clan. Think about the amount of kings and queens and potential spenders in the game that are going to throw the most massive, like, shiitake fit to the COD team if their numbers don't go down by the end of the season. And also, if those people do not use any of their discharge tokens or slots and they're still stuck, dude, people are going to go ballistic at the end of the season before migration opens, and you can bet your bottom dollar once migration opens, dude, people are going to have pitchforks ready and be coming for their heads. Absolutely. I if anything, I'd be shocked if they didn't. But that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and well, like Cod said, obviously with special migration, yes, you could still bring people in. But nobody wants to only have to rely on special migration. Yeah. Vaverick says you probably won't see them since they show only top 50, but I can see it, and I have a video too. We can accept anyone. Yeah. Yeah. I think okay, interesting. Yeah, because Doom said he couldn't see past the 50. So I wonder who can. Yeah, but Cap, how much can you replenish exactly? Exactly. Trig says, what's real weird is this morning when I woke up, I could see 150. So Trig, dude, thank you. I think you're right. I swear to Buddha that I was able to see the top 150 here on the migration score when I checked it earlier today, and now I can only see 50. So I appreciate someone else saying that. I swear I was able to see the top 100. Yeah. So I don't know what it is. Yeah. Captain said, right now I have 70 special migration. I think you cap out at 170. So right now 3 based on 21 points being cap. So COD, does this are you capped with special migration, or does the special migration circumvent the migration points? I didn't read that. Does it say that anywhere on here? No, it doesn't. Realm cap. Oh, it probably would be here at realm cap. Prevent over cap. It doesn't say anything about special migration, but I would assume special migration would have to override or bypass migration points. It wouldn't make any sense to me. That's kind of the whole point. Like I said, unless they've added in some language, that might be a question to ask. I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask COD CS that right now. Let's do that. CallofDragons CS. Let's ask. Hey, COD CS. Does special migration bypass or ignore the ignore the migration points if a kingdom is full status and has used up all of their migration points? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I just asked. That actually, I think, is an interesting question to see if we're going to get an answer on that. And if so, like, what are they going to say to that one? Right? Vaverix, what's up, man? Oh my gosh, I'm so late on these because I'm trying to catch up. Vaverix, dude, signing up for a dub Oh my gosh. Welcome to the NASTi fam, Vavarix fam. We appreciate you so much. Love. Yo, let's get some confetti in the chat or hearts. So nice, man. My boy signing up for that dub membership. Welcome to the NASTi fam. You are now officially nasty, and no one's going to like you or love you anymore, and you'll probably have to take showers twice a day. But listen, that's the cost of what it takes to be great in life these days. So, you know, just know that we will protect you. But appreciate, man. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot, more than you know. For example, well, yeah, only see 50. See Cap, you bring in 3 players of 10. True. 5 good, 5 bad, since everyone is a killer in WAO. Jeez, man. Any dead weight, I'm lucky, yeah. At least kingdoms cannot keep stacking whales anymore. I mean, that's a good point. That actually is a really good point. Yeah. And if anything, maybe this system benefits. Honestly, you know who this system really benefits? This system benefits those kingdoms that just did rebuilds and have like really been controlling their migration cap strong. So, you know, like the EIS rebuild, even TFS's rebuild to an extent, SSG's rebuild, a number of them, right? Like this migration point system is really benefiting those that just recently did rebuilds, or even if they did rebuilds a while ago, those that have just been controlling their cap on who can come in and out, you know, as best they can. And obviously they'll be able to do a better job now because those are arguably some of the leanest kingdoms. And I bet you they have to be under 4,000 points. Yeah. Also migrating to New Kingdom with Whole Alliance. That idea may be less impactful now. Yeah, that's true. Kirito says the thing is that small players and players that doesn't even exist anymore count to the system. That's just dumb. I wonder if that's true. If someone that has been removed from the map, if they've gone inactive, depending on their city hall level, right, for that up to 90 days, you know, do they still count? I wonder if that's the case. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Yeah. Hey, man. Brady, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you, man. Means a lot. Means a lot. Throw some hearts in the chat for the sub. Thank you. Goody says, I have an account in Season of Strife below season minimum. I think I'm almost caught up now. Wow, look at this. And when I go to another server, migration score shows is counting for 0. Okay. I wonder what the power of that one is. Goody. Fergie says, does it not refer to their power for personal influence at the top where it says reflection of development of heroes, artifacts, buildings? Oh, did it say buildings? I didn't see that. Am I blind? Oh, it did. There we go. Never mind. I didn't read it all the way at the end. Players' personal influence is a reflection of the development of their heroes, artifacts, legions, buildings, and tech. The higher a player's personal influence, the higher their migration score. Personal migration score also are calculated as follows. Yeah, but it doesn't. So I guess it's maybe just in addition to. Never mind. So I guess it does count pretty much towards everything. There you go. Yeah. Trig, I wouldn't even know who to reach out to. I was only getting flamed for having a 2 alliance kingdom and sending them an alliance with 180 players at 21 bill. Yeah, reach out, Trig. Reach out to who is it? Hang on. I'll get you the name. One sec. It's yeah. Yeah. It's Long Silver. That's who it is. Long Silver. Yeah, he's on the top right, a part of the Farlight staff. Reach out to Long Silver and ask. Goody says, wouldn't you just be able to tank a season and have no merits? So then your migration scores are low. Yeah. Yo, real quick. Oh my God. Mind blown. So what if the king or queen wanted to absolutely remove everyone, or just not remove everyone, but have the opportunity to discharge higher players? So what if they just sign up, or what if they skip? What if they just keep skipping? I guess that wouldn't work because, or no, what if they register for a storyline that hardly anyone goes to, and their players have basically almost no opportunities to get merits, and yeah, and you could probably do some other stuff too as well. Like if you really needed to like discharge some people, if you absolutely wanted to, you could do some like little finagly stuff, so that way those players could potentially be outside of the top 150. Interesting. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Daddy Herc, man, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Hearts in the chat for the sub, man. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoy. Killum says, I was able to see the top 100. I just recorded it. Okay, so there we go. Yeah. Someone said it's random. Sometimes I can see 400. Sometimes I can only see 150. Maybe I need to restart and come back in, right? Maybe something like that. Fergie says, earlier this morning, nobody could deploy the Epic Muxiang, so I think there was a bunch of bugs for sure. Okay, yeah, so maybe some stuff going on. Okay, Simon. So, okay, so Simon's saying that maybe you guys can still get in special migration even if you're capped. Okay. Goody says 4 million, only just a farm. I'm waiting to get with Maine, which seems impossible. Wait, so you're 4 million and 0 power? What? That's wild. Viver says those inactive 90 past 90 days that are not in the map still count, and they are shown as NIL in their name. What? Scouts count too, and people with recovery vouchers. I think there are still bugs to fix. Okay, yeah. So maybe they're still doing some fixes. Maybe we need to give it a little bit of time. Okay, so we have finished catching up on some chat. We are now going to go through, and I want to see if we're able to figure out the powers that are associated to the amount of migration points per each power level. So that's what we're going to do now. And then we're going to go through and see if any of the top kingdoms have discharged any players as well before season 3 starts, because it'll be starting in about 32 minutes. So what we're going to do for this one is I'm wondering if I need to make a separate sheet for this one. Maybe I do it on my master and we make a separate tab on here to keep track of what the numbers are, because this is something I would probably port over to the public one anyways. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go personal GP, alliances. Dude, I have no idea what some of these tabs are. Oh my gosh. T5's unlocked. Oh yeah, I'm okay there. Top bubbles. Dude, I have some really weird stuff here. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm going through my master sheet right now. And yeah, some of this stuff I just don't need. Oh, this was like some of the winners and stuff that I had back in the day when I was like keeping track of this. Yeah, like zone 3. I don't think I need this one. Zone 3 alliances, server power distribution. Yeah, maybe. I don't think I need that right now. Personal glory points. We have alliance merits, server merits. Oh, wow, wherever that was. Jeez, alliance fighting, players, free-to-play game health. Something like this. Maybe I'll move over here. Maybe after I do. Yeah, RSS gathered. This is the... Oh, I don't need this archive because I think I ported everything over to the new one. Personal GP alliance merits. I don't think I need any of this as well. Jeremiah, what's up? Kingdom mails. Oh, yeah, this was me. I was going to keep track and go through this to see who has just like some wild kingdom mails that we could talk about. I don't think I really care too much now about imbalanced kingdoms. I just don't think there's like really enough. Even balanced kingdoms, I don't think there's like enough Well, the rebuilds are deads, basically. Yeah, who has the most alliance helps? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I never did anything with this one. I think it was just a copy. Oh yeah, this is like my suggestions thing. Who has the most heals? I don't think I would do that as a separate one though, I think, anymore. Yeah, assistance given. Okay, I think we're good, man. I think we've trimmed off a bunch of pages here that we probably don't need too much of. Players, alliance fighting, alliances, kingdoms, total lords. What's this one? See, now I'm thinking, like, do I even need total lords, man? I don't think so. I don't think we need total lords. Jenny, what's up? A little late to the party tonight. I'm not sure if this was talked about already, but what's the max points a person could have for personal migration? It's 21 points. Yeah. At least at the moment. Yeah. And I'm going to go through, and I'm actually doing this right now. I'm just removing some stuff here on my master sheet, but we're going to go through and we're going to come up with a rubric for how much the number of points that allocates to about what power, so that way people will have that, and then we'll do maybe one or two more things too as well. So kingdoms, queens, kings, 10. Okay, I think I'm good here. Players. I don't know what the value of me having total lords here per this, because I'm already kind of showing this data off somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think we really need that. Okay, so let me see. We got kingdom power caps. We can maybe figure this one out. That could be something that we might leave intact. This one would probably go good with like game health, wherever that was. I was just thinking about that. Oh, it's next to RSS gathered. So yeah, we'll put it here. Okay, cool. So let's do a new sheet, maybe next to game health. Assistance given, SOGs, mail, server merits, lines merits. Winners. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is where we're going to start it. So this will be, let's just do migration system. Just something very simple that we'll name. Then we'll say power points yeah, I guess we'll do that. Okay, so let's start figuring this out, and let's put a date on this too as well. So 3/20/25, just so we have something. Probably have to expand power. Points will probably be all right. And then we'll probably add some tier breakdowns here and there, right? So let's do this. Okay. I'm going to do this on one screen. So let's look here. And let's look at, oh, no one's applied here yet. Okay, rough life. Clearly no one likes this kingdom. So what we need to do to figure that out for how many migration points is we need to go and look at our kingdom, because we looked at 462 and they had some. So we need to look at kingdoms that people are probably migrating to. So how do we figure that out? Well, we will zoom out. Maybe we go to pre-war and we can look at some pre-war kingdoms. So let's go to, let's see here. Oh, dude, look at this. It even gives you a plus number here. Isn't that dope? Are you guys seeing this? Look at that. I wonder if that means when it says plus 22, it tells you now how many players have come over there. Wow. Interesting stuff. Okay, okay, we're gonna go to 103. Ooh, this is my main. Hang on. That's my main. We want to take this. Let me skadoosh my main over real quick, so we can look at it from here. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put this like top right, so it's a little bit easier for you guys to view. All right, so let's do this. Let's go 103. And really, the thing is, we don't want to look at a full status kingdom. We want to look at a kingdom that is probably active crowded, one that has a little bit more cachet, a little bit more being sought after, because that's the chance we're going to have to see more people on their migration board along with being in pre-war. So now let's go over to the dragon. We'll see if our theory works for maybe the first couple. Hopefully it does. Awesome. Look at that. And it does. So let's write down some numbers, right? Because we need to start by establishing a baseline. So in this case, we would do 8 migration score. We'll do 56,214. Right. So let me write this down. So we'll do points 8. Oh, hang on. Let's do it like this. 1 sec. All right, and then we'll do centered 8 points. Okay, power 56214 946. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to format this. Oops. So we get the numbers. Good. What we'll do. So we're gonna write a bunch down. Right. So again, it's not. We're not gonna write a few, because the thing is, you need to write down enough so you can make sure that your high end on each of the ranges is giving us the numbers that we want to see. Right. Okay. So those are those. Now we're going to go to another kingdom. So let's see what we got next here. So we did 103 for season pre-war. Let's do 160. Oh, this is easy. I can like do all this and see what their score is too as well. Wow, that actually would allow for us to go a lot faster. Interesting, yeah. Fergie says COD should just post out when they know about bugs and when they are working on them, like maybe an X live feed or a channel, so that we can get more live updates and know what is real and what's just broken. No, absolutely. Doom says, hey, BN, I just noticed that they added a king button on the top left of their profile to be able to issue recovery vouchers and expulsions. You don't need to see their cities anymore. Oh, wow. Okay, there you go. So look at that. Maybe they're doing updates right now in real time. I imagine they probably are, because typically after every update, there's always sometimes some stuff. So maybe they're testing out some things. Okay, so let's go through the crowded ones first. So let's go to 160. We'll do all the crowdeds first, and then we'll go and look at the actives. And remember, the objective right now is for us to try and essentially figure out what is the migration point system, how many points per power, and what does the range look like. Because this will be good for people to know. Come on, man. Listen, I understand I haven't been here in a minute, but it's too much now, man. It's too much. No one's applied here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that one didn't work. Let's go. Okay, so they just got plus. Maybe I need to look for the green number. Maybe that'll tell me something. So 348 is what we're going to go to next. 348. Bam. Yeah. Let's take a look there. Hey. We're doing it. Listen, man, you guys know me, man. I love doing this kind of stuff, because this is the kind of stuff that it helps players, it helps kings and queens, you know, and this is where you can kind of get some of those infographics from too as well. Like, this is really community helpful stuff, man. This is the grind heavy stuff. I just, I bathe in. Wakes me up. It wakes me up in the morning. Yes. Okay, interesting now. I have a theory. Are you guys ready for my theory? My theory is 25, 34. Okay, I have a theory. Get ready for this. I'm going to blow some minds, potentially. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just figured it out. So, if you haven't caught on to my theory yet, I just tested this and it works. If you look at the plus sign, that number 34 is exactly the number of players that have currently applied to migrate or are on the realm migration screen. What's up? So that means that anyone that has plus green, if we load the account up, it's going to show these numbers 7, 8, 9, 10 add up to 34. Look at that. Solvent stuff. Hey. Blue Devil, what's up? Power and merits both count for migration score, it looks like. Really? Okay. You know what? And to be fair, maybe I just need to write that down. Let me see if they say that. Do they say that on the migration score thing for what counts towards your score? Did it say merits? Because I don't know if I read that. So it says the higher, I don't think so. A player's personal influence is a reflection of heroes, artifacts, legions, buildings, tech. Legion power, artifacts, war pets, number of dead units, legion count. Okay, yeah. So nothing here about merits. Oh, that's good. It's okay to double check. We'd rather double check and be absolutely sure than not. But what we did figure out is that any of that plus green number on a kingdom in the pre-war phase shows that number means people have either actively applied to migration, and there's people that are on this migration tab. So let's continue now. So we got some peeps here. Let's update the sheet, right? Because we're doing this in real time. So we're going to allocate, and I'm going to do this based on points. We're going to order this based on points, because I think that's how we'll get a better idea on power range. Yeah. Next one we're going to do is, was that 7 I just did? Okay, yeah. So I need to do 3. Oops, no, not that. Hang on. We need to open up 3 above this. So let's do the 8 first. 53, 344, 396. I wonder if I should write down their historical power, but I don't know if it said that. Maybe I have to read that again. I don't think it said historical power. It just said Legion count over the past 45 days. So yeah, it wouldn't matter then, because you're not recovering your building or tech power. That's static based on just where it is. So I think we're okay to go off the power that's here. 46420. Okay, look. So first indicator, maybe 54 mil is the threshold to get to 9. Okay. And look, this is 10. So maybe the threshold for 9 permits is 54 to 57. Maybe it's a 3 mil gap. Like I said, these are things we can figure out by doing this right now. Oh gosh, dude, don't you love testing? I'm telling you, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting. Oh, dang. You're right. Touche. Someone that has 8, someone that has 56. Dang it. Never mind. Shh. Okay. It's okay. Good point. Good point. I probably should move them up then. Yeah. But the problem is I can't see what anyone's total power is unless we go in and we look at their, well, I'd have to write their name down. Huh. Yeah. I don't think I can do that. I can't click on anyone here. So the most I could do would maybe be to write their name down, and we could go look at their total. But yeah, I guess. I don't know. If anything, we can at least get a soft gauge, right? That's, I think, the most thing. We can at least get a soft baseline. Which is probably the most important. So we did 348. How about 265? Okay, so 265 doesn't have anyone that's plus, right? But let's test it out just to do a second. Let's do a second confirm just to make sure. There should not be anyone showing up on 265 because they did not have a plus screen. But we'll confirm that. Give me some more of my chicken. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I didn't want you guys to hear me chewing on the pickle. All right, so that's accurate. So now we know it should be good. So plus 34, nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. Let's look at the greens. So we know that we need to see some plus green numbers. I wonder if anyone in the seasons will show. Let's take a look. I'm curious. Wow, no. So it's not giving us anything on these ones. So we'd probably have to go into these one by one. Let's look at pre-strife. Maybe pre-strife will give us something. Oh, crap. Looks like their migration phase maybe hasn't started then. Oh, that's rough life, dude. So now we basically would have to go through and look at these. Wow, look at this. It's not even telling me anything. Ah, jeez. Okay, how about here? No, how about season 2? Dude, look at that. So, oh, that's rough. So we were only able to see a few. Okay, that kind of sucks. But what could we do to maybe test this? We could go through some of the kingdoms that are crowded. So like 344. Let's try that. This is going to be like a little bit more kind of shot in the dark, but we could see if it works. And let me have this loaded up on my other screen over here, so it's less looky that I have to do. Yeah. Okay. Didn't get lucky there. That's a crowded one. How about 165? Let's do that. Yeah, we'll take a look at a couple. My hope is we could find one, because remember, people can migrate anywhere they want to now. But maybe it's going to take a little bit longer. I mean, it has only been 24 hours in reality. Also, remember, Season 3 starts in about 12 minutes. So we might go through some of the kingdoms, maybe see who's super active, who's getting their forts down first, building. Oh, yeah. Man, it's okay. So no one's applied. Next one would be 257. We can take a look. And again, these are crowded we're focusing on right now. Is that right, 257? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll take a look here. Fergie's like, buck, buck. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is my bowl. If anyone's curious, I've talked about it a little before, but like what I'm usually eating to like lose weight, which has been great, outside of doing my green drinks, like on here, I just got like lean chicken. Like I just go get a rotisserie at like a Costco or a Sam's Club, right? But I take all the skin off. So it's just lean chicken, mixed veggies. I love Brussels sprouts. I don't know if anyone here is a veggie person. I'm a big veggie guy. So like broccoli, I got Brussels sprouts, I got mushrooms, and I got chopped bell peppers, like the different colors. And then I got like one avocado and a pickle. It's typically lunch. And then breakfast and dinner is usually a smoothie. Dinner, maybe a little bit more protein if I just absolutely need something, but it's been helping, you know? Pretty simple for me. Oh, man, so no one is here. Okay. What's that? Hard to get a raw answer if pets and artifacts are counted in. Okay. Oh, have you asked as well, Devil? And I think you're right. I think the dads, maybe there could be something there. Possibly there could be. 47. Okay, let's go to 3. Oh, I went to 247. I think 257 we did, right? So we need to go to 347. Let's do that. So we'll try a few more. And then what I want to do is I want to go through the top kingdoms and I want to see where they are on their on where their points are at. So like how many points do they have currently out of their total? I want to get those numbers before the season starts, before anything is like really impacted. So we're probably not going to do them all, but we'll probably do the full and crowded status. kingdoms. So like just the top ones, maybe to start. I'll have to ask Fuzzy if he's able to pull that now. Like if any of this new data he might be able to take a look at, because these are public numbers. So I'll have to ask him, because that could be something that could be. Okay, yeah, look at that, man. Yeah, because see, you could see it if I go here and I click on, you can see what their total points are, how many points they have. But if I click on 347, I can't see any of that. Right? So a good example, oh, hang on. Let me zoom out all the way here. So if I do this, even if I go on servers, right? Let's say we type in 347, I don't see any of those numbers. I can't see anything there. So yeah. All right, let's try just a few more. And then we'll go and start grabbing some of the kingdom migration scores. Yeah, because I'll tell you this, looking at the kingdom migration scores and comparing it against the kingdom data that I get from Fuzzy, that could be its own interesting piece of content, and just kind of viewing and having a little deeper analytical approach. Actually kind of is getting me a little excited now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Just need all the data. Give me all the data. Oh, I feel like we're just striking out here, man. Absolutely striking out. 323. Okay, so we got a few more. Just a few more. Let's try 198. Yeah, something's telling me like this. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just not going through. Yeah. As always, if you guys are enjoying, make sure you throw us a. Because that was a lot. Thanks. Yeah. Ooh, to the left. To the left. To the left. So like that. Whoa. So nothing there. All right. I feel like we're coming up short. I think I had one more that I was curious on. Let's do 185. Yeah. Hill, what's up? Welcome. Hill asks, what are you looking for exactly? So I'm trying to figure out. So this is what we're doing right now, right? So this is, I should have shown, I haven't shown this page for a sec because I'm trying to wait. So we're trying to figure out what all the personal points are for, depending on the power you're at. Because based on what we read, merits are not factoring into your personal migration score. So we're trying to figure out what the range is for how many points per your power, and then see if we can get enough data collected, how many, what the power range is on average for the amount of points that you will be. So that's what we're trying to figure out, right? But we've only been able to find a couple so far at the moment. That's why I'm like going through some of these kingdoms, because people can migrate there now. But again, there's not a lot right now that we're seeing. So it's kind of, yeah, I feel like we're just at this point, I'll do one more and that's it. And then we'll move on to collecting the kingdom migration score points. So 149, that's the last one we'll look at. Yeah. Unless anyone can tell me out there, if you have anyone on your migration board, if you go into your kingdom and you click on the dragon, and if you see anyone on the migration tab, let me know so I can come and look. Basically, you're just going here. You're going to the High King banner, and then, or if you guys want to tell me how many points you are, I just need to know what your exact power is. Like, so if there's anyone here on realm migration, let me know in your kingdom. I'll go there so I can look. Otherwise, if you know what your personal migration score is, yeah. You know what? I'm tripping. I could get some. I am really tripping right now. I could go here and it tells me, oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. Oh no, it doesn't tell me their power though. Oh, that's what I need to be able to see. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I figured it out. No, I didn't figure anything out because there's nothing there. But yeah, if anyone has any people here on this tab, if you have anyone here on this realm migration tab, let me know. I'll go into your kingdom so I can look. Otherwise, if you can tell me your exact power, right? Not a rounded number. I just, again, because I want to be thorough. So if you could tell me, if again, only do it if you want to. If you could tell me your exact power and how many points you have. I'll just copy paste it or type it in from the chat. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. You're just going to screenshot me your pending sale. Oh, dope. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, just let me know when you do. And then I'll take a look. Actually, I can skadoosh this over too as well. Yeah, because see, on Season of Strife, we could see this. So you see we're like 103 and it shows you this plus 22. That means that there's currently people active on that realm migration screen. So like that's one of the things that is great to see, because from there it tells me, okay, I can go into this kingdom and I can see what those personal migration scores are. Yeah. 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 Yeah, just gotta text the Madre. All right. Let me see. Okay. So I don't know if you messaged me already on it. Let me see here. I'm just looking right now to see if I got any messages on the score. Because again, I want to try and update this at least as best we can. You know, we'll see. Hmm. 2v4. Oh, you know what I got to do? Because I am getting some messages back too as well. We can also update this. Oh, yo, look at the champs coming in right now. Okay. All right, champs. We see you. Appreciate you guys so much. Score. Wait, what do we say? Relatively weak, and one of my artifacts count for 59 million power or 59,000 power. My pet is 31, so I can only imagine what Spender's total starts adding up to. Yeah. Dream says you can test it on your account. Sent. Oh, dude, here we go. Timmy, what up, baby? All right, 2 minutes, dude, until season 3 starts, and then, like I said, we'll take a look after. So let me update some of these, man, because you guys are coming in strong right now. So I got 5 points, 33.8. Okay, so that's under here. 33.875.229. Fergie, thank you. Jenny, all right, Jenny. We see you, Jenny, from the block. The block of Dinettos. All right, let's see. Let me see what we got. 432-068-20. Okay, cool. So we got Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate. Fergie. Oh, you have another one, Fergie? Oh, you're doing this from the board. Oh, no, that's fine. No. Yeah, hit me with it. Hit me with it one more time. All right, now I'll take it. Holla, holla. For more than $1. All right, let's see. 424552994. Okay, dope. You got a 16. Oh, this is great, man. We're filling this out, which is lovely. This is the kind of stuff I'll take whatever I can get. And you got a 14 there too. Sweet. 85964 Okay, so there we go. Right, get in some more ranges here. Dope. So yeah, if we get any more here, let me know, and then we'll update this. Right. So again, if anyone has any, just and again, you feel whenever those come in, I'll update the sheet. But yeah, if you guys notice anyone on your migration boards, on your migration realm boards, let me know. Like I said, I'll go into the kingdom. Oh, wow, look at that, dude. I got to restart now because of the new season. Interesting. I guess it just hit reset. Look at that. New season. New season. Dope, dude. Dope. So yeah, I don't think... Oh, sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, if we go here. Yeah, if anyone has anyone here, I'll take those. Oh, sorry. Well, what else do I got in chat? Let's see. Or score, my bad. Oh, is that right, Logan? If it is, I'll write that down. What was that? You said 11? I gotta read that. 60, 347, 995. Okay. Dope, dope, dope. 12. Oh, dude, look at that. We're getting some nice ones, man. We are getting some nice ones. 12. Yeah, yeah. If it's just okay, yeah. No, Hill, I'm gonna take a look. I'll take a look. Yeah, we'll keep updating this too. 68015 Dude, sweet. Fergie's got another one for us at 11. 69. Whoa. 69. 296, 261. Oops, 261. Gotta be consistent. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. 56. We gotta make sure anyone that we get that's doubles, though, we put the higher number above. Okay, cool. 60, 11. You got a 66 now. Sweet. So look at that. I mean, again, we're getting somewhat of a range here, right? Like, this isn't bad. Not bad. Not bad. Jeez, my mom's telling me she's getting another puppy. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be other stuff, right? Like, just looking at this, the fact that a 69 mil is at 11 and someone that's at 68 is 12, absolutely. There has to be some other external factors. Even if they might be small, there has to be some other stuff going towards this. So, but collecting the data is nice because then I could take this and go and ask COD CS or ask someone else and say, hey, what else is there? Or is it just waiting? Right? So maybe this is the unforeseen stuff. Yeah. Rough. Oh, let me not miss that. That was 8 at 57. Oh, sorry. No, that was 8 at 53.9. Okay, so I'll put that here. Cool. 53972. Fergie, thank you so much. Very much appreciate. Very, very much. Yami, what's up? Wouldn't it be great if it linked straight to the profile in the migration bit? Absolutely. just like, why can't I just click it and then it tells us that? Yeah. Heroes, artifacts, all kind of, yeah. Logan, stuff Lilith doesn't want us to know about. Yeah, man, I know, right? Fergus says, all the ones I provided for 452, if that helps also. It does, thank you. Okay, let me look at Hill. Hill sent me some stuff. Let me update this real quick, though, because we still need to update these matchups here for, yeah, I think it's this that I was doing. Oh, but I need to write down what, oh yeah, hang on. It's a 2v4 season. JKL. Do I have JKL somewhere? Oh, rough. So it's JKL. Okay, so it's top 2 versus all others. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. All right, cool. No, this helps. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to get all these numbers in, so we're good. Red, and then we'll do blue here, so we can figure this out. Brr. Ooh, is that the right blue color? It is the right blue color. Was this the one, or did I do that here? Groups, KvK groups. Oh no, I have that. Okay. So this should be matchup. We'll just say results. Okay, yeah, that'll help. That'll help. Okay. So we'll remove this line. All right, cool. So we got one more matchup. Good to go there. Oh, I have to switch this though. Red, I think, was supposed to be on top. That we did before. Blue. Oh, I got this green line I got to put down here too. So there's one. Yeah, so I guess I didn't leave that one, huh? Yep, that looks good. I'm gonna do this. Okay, cool. So that's one matchup. Good. Okay. Let me see if we could fill this in with some more. He'll just send me some stuff. Oh, sweet. Cool. Awesome. So we got like 5 more we can fill in off this, I think. So oh wow. So this gives us a little bit better idea on a range, on a high-end range. Look at this. Oops. It does not go there. We'll do 20, 142, 904, 041. There you go. 1166. All right. 749. And then we got a 747, 478, 44. So that'll go here. Sweet. Then we got a 10 permit for 64. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So there you go. Look, man, there's a 65. That's 10. I wonder if I reached out to some of these people and just asked, you know, like, what is it? What specifically is it? Right? Yeah. Okay. So we got all of these down, which is dope. So we now have somewhat of a range from up to 20 personal migration points down to 2. We know that 1 point, actually, I could do this because I know one of my scouts that is at 10,800 power. I just don't know what the tens numbers are. On one kingdom does count for 1 permit. So I can put that, which I guess sucks to see, but it is accurate. Okay. Let me go through, and I want to see if I can update some of these matchups real quick, because I know some people were reaching out to me to tell me what some of the Gen 1 matchups were. So I'm going to see if I can just update this real quick. 214. Oh, cool. So I got the matchup here. So it's 214, 282, 359. Okay. Oh, let me do this. Cool. Okay. And then we'll do this red. I can fill these in later. I just want to at least get everything down. And then it's 287, 375, 284. So what about the rest? They're just they're just chopped liver, essentially. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, blue. And then I guess I have to add the green line here, huh? And then I guess anyone below. Oh, I guess that's the bottom one, huh? Yeah, at that point. All right, well, there's that one. Okay. Yeah, we'll do some number plugging. Maybe we can do a little number plugging, huh? Yeah. I just have to make sure these numbers are right. M to P. Yeah, that's what it should be. M to P. M to P, yep. All right. I just have to get the kingdom that they're in, which probably shouldn't take that long. I just have to zoom out and type the kingdom number in, which is 214. And they are in SOS 4. Sorry, oops, SOS 4, 6004. Cool. All right, dope. We did that one. That was pretty quick. All How about this one? How about 79 NASTi? Okay, so they're in 6006. And it's basically them versus everyone. Okay. That's what someone told me. They said it's us versus everyone. Which... All right. Then we'll go... Oh, wow, look at that, dude. The 100 mils are pretty close, though. Probably not a bad matchup, really. Yeah, shockingly enough. You know. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's look at, I think some other people were sending me some other stuff here. Yeah, it probably was. What's Wayne got for us? Oh, dude, Wayne coming through, man. Wayne's been the homie lately. So Wayne's letting us know about the POTC fight, which he said it's POTC. Oh, okay. Oh, so I'll have to adjust some of this then because I think he's actually telling me what it is. So it's RR. Who's R? Okay, so... Yeah, let me do this. So it's RR. He's given me... Yeah, let's do this so it doesn't affect anything. So RR is... nothing. So I was up there with them. Yeah, with POTC. So I'll move that here. Oh, I can't move the row. Rough life. And then there's YBDNA. YBDNA. Oh, I didn't even need to do all that. RR. I just need to move POTC down. Okay, I can do that. So, and then it's EHI because they're 25. YBDRR. And 62 FG. Okay, so then it's these two going up. Yeah. And then we're just going to remove POTC. Okay. So you're telling me this is it. And then it's RK, DTF, MMFG. Oh, well, what about 194 and 112? Thank you. What about 112 and 194? But okay. So yeah, so I guess this is it for now, based on what he told me. Yeah, we'll switch this to green. I think is what we did for our background. Yeah. Perp, this is going to be combined orange. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll do this as blue. And then we'll do this as green. Cool, there we go. All right, now we just got to figure out the updated numbers. So, to be honest, it's probably just faster to do this. And then we'll go. 45. Cool. I should do it for us there. And we'll do, yeah, and then we'll do 45. We got to adjust that just a bit. Yep, that worked. So I'll do that. Okay, and then we just got to figure out what group this one's in. Oops, which is, let's see. We'll just do 28. And they're in 6,002. Cool, look at that. Figuring it out, we're doing it. We're doing it. All right, let's see who else sent me some stuff. I think Geo. Damn, bro. I just wanted, like, what's your... Yeah. Shit, maybe I should have. Okay, so yeah, that should give me an answer. Okay, so here's the gray matchup. Audrey got back to me. Appreciate her. What a saint. So the matchup here is BOM FU gray. Oh wow, I split it kind of perfectly. Shockingly enough. O2 AMC S3. Okay, wow, look at that. Psh, bam, there we go. We figured it out. I started splitting it and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's the one that they're going with. So let's do this. I guess I'll remove that. Oh yeah, these purple numbers I don't think are accurate, so I'm gonna remove those too. And then we're gonna, oh, let's do this. Oh, oopsies. I'm splitting it up. I'm like, why is it doing that? All right, cool. So we'll do that. And we'll go blue. Look at that, looking good. Sweet, sweet. Okay, now we need to grab what one this is. So let's go to 56. And this is SOS 5. Okay, sweet. Awesome. All right, let's update these. So these are the official matchups that I've been told from people in these kingdoms. All right, dope. So that's good. All right, awesome. Another one bites the dust. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, so Aragon's letting me know. Oh, this is the JKL one. I think we already did this one. So I might be good on this one if he already told me this. Yep. I thought she told me Lassie though too, huh? So it's Jake. I don't see ROC. ROC must be JKL. That's probably what it is. Okay. All right. Almost caught up on my DMs. The struggle's real. The struggle's real right now. Okay. So we got this one here. I think we're good on that. And then like this. Oh, CFRA. Did I get something for them? Oh, I didn't. Okay, here we go. We got it. Okay. I saved it. So it looks like they're doing a modified for this one. So it looks like... So it's INWA. INWA mod LF Dusk. It's just interesting that like not all the ones are participating. Is that weird? No, it's just me. I mean, I think that's a little weird. No? Alrighty, okay. And then it's Rage CFR. Oh, I see. Okay, Rage CFRA. I don't even know what I just did there. So this is what it's going to be, Zone 3. I probably should notate that, but I mean, Zone 2 is basically over, so I don't need to know. Zone 2 is pretty much already over. I mean, if anything, this is what we need to know. So let's do this. I guess we can remove if no one else, but where's Wick? Where's like 104? How about 104? Wick isn't there. How about 201? Inwell Mod Rage. How about 233? 50? 241? 41? Are they just not participating? Maybe I'll wait until we get an answer on that before we just like declare absolute dead weight. Yeah, I don't think we need to go that far. All right, cool. Well, we at least got the zone. Let me make an asterisk on here, or a little note. Zone 3 matchup. All right, cool. Look at that, doing pretty good. I think so. Oh crap, somebody sent me a Steam gift card. Dude, that's when you know it's not good. Oh. The person messaged me, but I don't share a thing with them. Okay, we'll just block. Move on. Moving on with our life. Fant. I don't understand. What's this? Oh. I need to update the sheet. Oh, no, not my cooking time sheet. My free-to-play world record sheet. Because somebody just hit, another person hit T5 first time. What? I think it just happened today. I think so. And I think it was Mage he did. And I just don't know what his login number is. 662. All right, cool. Let me give him some muscle ups. Just unlocked today. Just gotta double check with him, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so oh, that's what I should have asked Gio, yeah. Okay. So I think we're good there. I think I'm caught up on all my DMs now. Wow. Okay, so okay. Yeah, so Bossman just reached out to me, apparently saying that apparently telling me that someone is counting as 39 points. He said there's an issue at 41. Let's go see if we can look at this. So he's saying there's an issue in 41 where someone is counting as 39 points. I wonder if we'll be able to view that. Thank you for the heads up on that one. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Block. Okay, yeah, let's see this. Oh my God, he's right, dude. Aziz QA, 39 points. What? Oh my gosh. Look at that madness there. Dude, if you were ever going to use discharge on somebody, the guy that's double everyone else's points. Oh my gosh. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah. 2-1. All right. So what I'm thinking we could do now is we can go through, because again, new season just started. We're 29 minutes in. What we could do is take a look at any of the crowded kingdoms, or maybe the top ones. So where's my list from the 14th? I don't know how accurate this is, though. Where am I looking at? RAC. Let me see if we can copy something over. We don't need to look at all these, but and again, it's not all the way up to date, right? So there are some spots in here. That's why I'm waiting for an updated list, and I didn't cover anything on here yet. But we can use it as a soft gauge. So best thing we can do is let's duplicate. Oh, no. I need to copy it too. Oh, no, it's okay. I know what I'm going to do. Because really, I just need to know the power is all I need. I actually don't even need to do that. I don't even need to do that. Well, let's do it so much simpler than how we're doing it right now. So let's do maybe 15 bill and above, let's say. Yeah. So let's do this. Again, probably don't need to go this much. We're probably overboarding it at this point, give or take, but it's all right. So let's do, this is personal point system, right? So let's do migration, personal, or let's do PP, personal points. We're not childish, okay? We're really grown inside. Sometimes. Okay, so let's go duplicate. And then let's do migration KP, not for kill points, but kingdom points is what we'll do. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do 20. Oops, sweet. So we'll use this as our list for now. And I want to see what the points are. So we'll do migration. I don't know. I'm probably not going to need anything that wide. All right, but I'll just do that for now. Okay, so let's start with 266. And let's see where they're at. So let's go 266. Okay, so it's not telling me. Okay, so again, maybe we'll just go through some. Maybe we'll just go through all these one by one because I want to see where they're at. This to me, I feel like is going to be. It could be pretty good. I have a good feeling about this. And then date on this, I need to put a date too. So I'll just do MP for migration points. Might as well keep it simple. And then we'll do 3. I don't need to do a space there. 320, 25. All right. Actually, I think it's looking pretty good. Dupes versus Scouting Fog again. Dude, I know, right? KvK, what's up? Welcome. Hey, we're fighting CFRA. Will was a bit ago. Okay. Sinadra, what's up? On 110, we have over 100 accounts that count as 1 point that all say NIL for the name. What does the name look like? I'd be curious. Could you send me a screenshot? I'm really curious on like what, because you're not the only person who's made that NIL comment. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Could you send me I'm just curious on what that looks like. And then I'm also curious on if anyone's asked COD CS yet, what does that mean? So let's do this. I think we're in 266, right? Okay. Let's go start jotting down some of these migration points because I want to see where people are at. You will not hide from me. So 4329 over 4K. Okay. Also, we can do seasonal. So we'll make a note as well. Okay, we'll do that. Well, we'll do. Oh, yeah, let's do it like this. Let's do max MP. Boom. Oops. Okay. And then we'll do this. Just to make it a little easier for us. Okay. There we go. It's pretty good. So now we know what the season is as well. Okay. So let's go to 41. So now, because now this is going to help us keep track. So we'll figure out what it is per season. And then also we'll see what the numbers look like for a lot of these kingdoms at the top and maybe how those numbers change. Excited. So excited. So excited. Yeah, let's see. Scouts pink out. There you go. Okay, I got you. Vavrix, where can I send you a video? Yeah, just shoot me a DM. Yeah, just shoot me a DM on Discord. Easy peasy. Uh, 4323. 323 4000 SOS. All right. Yeah, the only ones that are in pre-strife are like the high 400s, I think. Oh, no, there's some low 400s. I don't think anyone here, though, on this list is there. Yeah, no, there's not. All of these should be SOS, which means that when we finish this, we're going to have to look at some of the top kingdoms in pre-strife, season 3, season 2, season 1. That's something we absolutely can do. But at least for now, we can look through this. This actually should be pretty good. So we did 41. Let's do 259. Yeah, we'll see how that one's going. So it says, I can't look at the list. Wall and KvK can't go back to the scouts account. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Geo, or as Adi would say, it's comrade. Geo, comrade. I can't roll my R's, so my Russian is basically poor Russian at this point. But what up, man? Thanks for chilling. Thanks for chilling. Happy to see you. Always nice to see a friendly face. Well, more like a friendly name, really. I mean, in reality. 4 or 5. I wonder who has the highest realm migration points. Wouldn't that be a stunner? Huh? Absolutely. 4572. Okay. So 4572, 4000. Okay, cool. Let's go to echoes. Let's take a look there. Yeah. So we'll see what's cracking, man. We'll see what's cracking here. Let's see what echoes got for us. Right. It would be interesting to put that together though and see who has the highest migration points versus like lowest. Also, what the range is for their oh god, are all these full status kingdoms? I didn't even check. I should be writing that down too. Huh. I don't know if I can see that from here, can I? Well, no, if they're over 4,000, they should be full. But can I check that? We'll see. Oh, so is that 4.2? What is that? 4.2? 4.2? Yeah. I wonder if we can check. Doesn't tell me anything. Oh, no, it does. So, yeah, they're full. Let's do status. Oh, actually, technically all these will be full, right? Because anything over this will. And I guess everyone else would be crowded then. If they're like just under, if that's right. So we'll just do that. Okay, let's do 99 BTX. Let's see where they're at. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. To Shadow. Okay. My nose feels relieved. Thank you. Hey, man. Jan Swadek, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Oh, gosh, I have to do this thing again. Killing me here, Smalls. Killing me. Fergie says you can get these numbers from the K pre-strive. Yeah, absolutely. And that's because for if they are on pre-strife, you can see what those numbers are. Most of these kingdoms are because they just started. Yeah. So because they started their KvK and even a little after that, they were already put into their brackets. And it might have happened since Brink of War. So yeah, it was just a no-go way on me getting the numbers that way. But yes, technically, if they are pre-war, we should be able to. Dude, oh my God, do you guys see that petition thing? I've never seen that petition notification when I've re-signed into an account. Interesting. Are people basically petitioning for me to not come back on my scout? Is that what it is? So 434. Full. All right, let's do 110. Well, we know 110 is over. Are they 4316? Do I have that right still? Oh God, I can't remember now what it was at. It's okay. Well, yeah, it's okay. We'll load this one up real quick. Yeah, as long as I don't forget. Let's do this. All right. Where am I? 110? I think it was that number. I just didn't have it memorized when we looked at it last. Oh, see, 4317 now. So that's full though. We know that. All right, 283. That'll be the next one we look at. Yeah, well, once I get into a rhythm, we're just, yeah, we'll be good. 283, nice. Yeah, you know, there's this really good movie that I just started watching on Netflix. I think it's called like To Catch a Killer or something. It's with the girl from Insurgent or Divergent, excuse me. Yeah, it's with the girl from Divergent. I'm forgetting what her name is. Dude, really good movie. Oh my god, I'm an hour in. It's about 2 hours long, and I am hooked. It's giving me like Batman vibes of just the creativity around the chase. Shailene Woodley, is that her name? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I'll be finishing that tomorrow or tonight, whenever we get off. 140 is next. Wow, dude, there's a bunch of full kingdoms. Oh my god. What we say, 140? Short-term memory loss is kicking in hard. Yeah, and then fam, solo leveling, a day and a half. Oh, so excited. Yeah, tomorrow at 12:30, man, I'm gonna give a 24-hour warning again. Oh, dude, I can't wait. The peak of peaks is right around the corner, and it's giving me so much excitement. I can't wait. Got to keep a bath towel around me because it's moist 24/7. 39:45. So they have to be crowded. 39:45. All right, we'll check that. Oops. I'm going to assume crowded here, right? We'll assume crowded for 140, but we got to check. Wow. Oh, here we go. Sorry, 140. Yep. Okay, good. So we know that. So we probably don't need to check all these all the time. We'll probably wait till maybe it's like every 1,000 points. Right? That could be something. So let's do 49 NTS. Something like that, yeah. Vavrix, thanks. Oh, you said I sent you the video, leaderboard full of NILs and the screenshot. Thank you so much. I will look at that. If we get a chance to look at it later or when I get off, I will. Trust me when I say it's super appreciative. So thank you so much for taking the time. Yeah, man. Listen, anytime I can crowdsource some data gathering, I'm all for it. Especially coming from my heavy manual labor intensive days. Yeah, it's anything is better than me grinding and doing everything myself, especially when there are opportunities to get assistance. So 3864. Is that right? Oops. Yeah, we'll just skadoosh that down. All right, next one's going to be 193. But again, we're getting some ideas here, man. Yeah, let's see what we got here. So, yeah, I think... Oh, dude, who is calling me? Oh, my God. I have no idea who you are. 855? Telemarketer. Oh, Fergie's like, why does it have to end so soon, though? Listen, man, I know, right? Even though they've been doing it an episode at a time, are they about to... Someone told me they're going to release 2 episodes on for the last 2. Is that right? Season 2 episodes... Yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess it's only 12, right? Episode 1 was 12. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So, yeah. So tomorrow is the last one. I wonder, are they going to make it longer or no? It's just because I can't remember if the last episode on season 1 was a little bit longer. I'm not sure. Because I thought someone told me that they might have released the last 2 episodes together combined, but I guess they just didn't do that. So I have no idea if that's going to be true or not. Trigo's Crunch 3837. 3837. Again, most likely crowd. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Let's go to 17. Oops. There we go. Yeah, right. Vaverick says you're doing an awesome job here. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Listen, I love doing this stuff. And I'm just happy people like hanging out and watching it. You know, I mean, listen, man, doing data stuff, talking about game updates, just it's not always the most glorious compared to, you know, fighting out on the field, you know, or you know, kind of watching, you know, KvKs that maybe don't have a lot of action going on. If there's just not a lot of general hype around it, I get it. I do. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I am happy, you know, kind of hoping that, you know, some people resonate and kind of connect with the stuff that I like to stream, stuff I like to talk about. And yeah, you know, listen, if even one person does, I'll take it as a win. How much of a win? I don't know, but I'll still take it as a win. So 323, we're good. Let's go to 290. And let's look at what they're at. 290. There we go. Yeah, but I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah. Sanadra says should only be 1 and then 1 a week later. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is only 12 episodes though. Yeah. They just need to get season 3 going quick or I'm gonna wither away. Absolutely. Listen, I'm with you on that. I don't know what it is about solo leveling, but I'll tell you right now, man, like they got like the One Piece effect going on where season 2, to me, so much better than season 1. But season 1 was great. No one would say season 1 was bad. But season 2 is just taking it to a new level. Without a doubt. That's how I feel. So yeah, man. Season 2 is and then it makes you wonder, dude, like if season 3 comes out, how long will it take? Is season 3 just going to eclipse season 2? I mean, like I said, that's one of the things I really like about One Piece. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But One Piece to me has always felt like each new season, each new arc that comes out is the best arc. That's how I've always felt. And I watch all the fillers. Like I've been OG watching One Piece since, you know, pilot. So for me, every time a new season comes out in One Piece, it's just, to me, it's the best season. And I kind of feel like there's that same effect happening with solo leveling. Obviously, there's only 2 seasons, right? So it's not like there's a large pool to go from. But the fact that they started off so well and they're absolutely delivering on season 2 kind of gives you, you know, pause to care and to, you know, pay your homage, your appreciation. 311. Ooh, look at this. This is a lot lower now. Wow. So let's are they still crowded? Let's look. 363. Let me look over here on my other one. 363. Dun, dun, dun. Are they? Let's see. Ooh, interesting. 363 is active. What in the cockamamie spaniel? How does that make any sense? Like, what are we doing? Now, I could understand if you went like 0 to 1,000, maybe 0 to 2,000 is normal, 2,000 to 3,000 active, 3,000 to 3,999 crowded. Like, that makes sense to me. You can sell me on that. I don't know. I don't get this one. Is this going to be like one of those situations where it's kind of like the individual, the per person thing, where we're going to see some numbers fluctuating? We'll see. That's I'm gonna be honest, man. This one's catching me off guard a little bit. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's a little wild. Yeah. Yeah. Homestar, what's up? Welcome. Do you have a main you plan? No, not really. I mean, I have a main. It's on 65, but I very lightly play on it. I do daily, but I mean, I'll do some of the dailies and, you know, training and stuff like that, but nothing that I would consider to be active play that I would say that with any level of confidence. 3613 613. Now what are you? Just 3613. That should be crowded, right? What is it? 57. So where's 57? Okay, so 57's crowded. All right. Well, maybe the crowded threshold is, I don't know, maybe a little bit higher. All right, next one's going to be 286. Interesting. Yeah. Focus is solo leveling is too rushed to be epic. Listen, I agree that the only thing I will say about solo leveling is, to me, it kind of feels like what they did with Sword Art. So for those Sword Art fans out there, if you remember in season 1, where they split season 1 up into Aincrad and Elfheim, a lot of people felt that the entire first season of SAO should have been Aincrad. I am one of those people. So I can see that argument. However, do I still think the pacing is great for season 1 and season 2? Absolutely. And that's only because, and I can say that because I haven't read any manga, none of the light novels, etc. I'm only watching the anime. So to me, without any external influence, I think the pacing is great. However, could I also appreciate if they expanded it to a 24 episode season for both? Absolutely. You could sell me on that all day. So, and I also think when you have longer seasons, you can do a lot more. Like, I think a great example of this is look at Freerun. Freerun was great. That show, which did that, right? They ran a longer episode count. It let them dive into so much more that just doing a 12 episode run wouldn't have allowed them to do. And I think that's what really made that show, made that first season. So yeah, I'm sold. You don't have to sell me on that. I'm on board for it would have been great if they did a 24 episode, but because they didn't, again, I'm still an absolute fan. I would not say that solo leveling is trash or it's awful because it's 12 episodes. I would just put an asterisk there when talking about it. So it's always there. Where am I going? 276. Sweet. And then I had 286, right? On the other one, I just want to see. Oh, there it is. 286. Yep, you're crowded. Okay, cool. Yep, 276. Nice. Yeah. Fergie says, new season of Kaiju coming after SL if you like. Oh my God. Kaiju number 8. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait. I can't wait for the second season. I'm so happy that they're coming out with it pretty quick. Yeah, I absolutely love the first season. Okay, next one, 116. And then I'll just check the other ones while we're going. Yeah, where are we? Oh, what was that? What was the one we just looked at? 276. Crowded. All right, cool. We can at least confirm that. Uh, 3466. All right, we're going in 222. Yeah, let's see if we get some good pacing going on here. And this is 116. Let's check that over here. Okay, wow, active. Look at that, dude. Oh my gosh, look at this, man. Active. How is that a thing? 3,466 points out of 4,000, and you're active? Come on, man. Come on, kick rocks, man. Kick rocks. No way. That's now I feel like they're trolling. That's just I don't know about that one. That's a hard no, I think, for me. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. 3414. Okay, 183 will go next. Wow, dude. Even, oh my God, even this is active. So what's going on, man? So what, crowded is at 3,500? I just, how are you going to sell me on that? Yeah, I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense to me. No. It's no. 3447. No, let's go 36. FSK. Oops. And what do we got? 183. That's GLR, right? 183. Oh my gosh. And they're active too? Dude, what is going on here, man? It could be. It could be. And keep in mind, there probably are some fixes going on. I think that's safe to say. Because remember, there's that one player who's at 39 points in Kingdom 40 or 41, whatever it was, right? So there is a good chance they're probably doing some fixes. I would be shocked if I guess I should say I'd be shocked if some of these numbers maybe didn't change. Look, guys, stay away for a while. It's like auto farming on your buildings. And then come back. Oh my gosh, just upgrades. Look at that. Don't come back in here. All of a sudden, 75,000 for not doing anything on my scout. For maybe being away for a few months. Oh my gosh. And I bet you now I definitely count as one permit. Or sorry, I definitely count as one migration point. I auto farmed for a month due to inactivity, and now I count as 1 point. Just, oh my God. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That's wild. 3329. Oops. All right, let's go to 30. And we'll look at 36 over here. 36 is active. Wow. Fergus says new meta, don't play an auto upgrade. Exactly. Listen, man, it's turning into an AFK farmer. That's what it is. At least for my scouts. Yeah, there's supposed to be a winter advisory here tomorrow for like 12 hours or something. I think they have. Oh my gosh, I have to do everything on these? Jeez. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we're good now. Uh, 3386. 62. I think that's FG, right? If I have that, if I remember that. 62. Yeah, 30. I'll plug that in over here. Let's see where they're at. Oh, they're active. So I'll figure out 62 here. 3379. 345. 62. Active, wow. 345, all right. 3389. 225. 5 active. 225, huh? 3609. Oh, okay. Maybe this will be crowded. We finally got one over 35. Then we'll go 88. So yeah, that'll be one to check. Maybe that'll be our lucky number there. So 85, let's go 225. What's that? Maybe 225 is crowded. Look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Maybe 3,500 plus is the magic number. Could be. We'd have to see a few more, but it's at least giving us kind of an early indicator. 2119. Oh, here we go. Look at that, man. What a drop on that one, dude. Wow. Interesting. So was that 88? Oh, 88 still active. Wow, dude. So maybe they have to be under 2,000 to be considered normal, huh? So let's see here. And again, they've had 2 migration seasons so far, right? 2 or 3 on their rebuild. So 3136, okay. But yeah, I mean, I'll give them active by default. I doubt it's anything but. Right. So we'll go, what's that, 223? We'll look at here, and then 40. Wow. Dude, how about these apples, man? 40 is crowded. How about those apples at 3136? Just when you thought, just when you thought like, oh, okay, I'm kind of getting it. I feel like I'm understanding. The data's illuminating. Just curveball. Just no, man. No, we're just gonna F with you a little bit. We're gonna make you really work. Dude, good thing I'm double checking this stuff. Oh my gosh. Wow. What was that, 45, right? Yeah, we're going 45. Okay. Oops. Oh my gosh. All right. Oops. What was that one we just looked at? 223. Dude, what? 223 is crowded. I wonder if it's maybe going off server, but it can't be. They have 4,000 points. This is, I mean, now it's starting to get a little baffling here. What is going on, dude? I'm going 247. All right. It's like, what? Okay, it's then 45 goes like 45 active. Just. Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, next game what might be interesting looking at. Two, 4, 7. Let's look there. 4, 7. And then, well, oh, I mean that makes slightly a little bit more sense. They're crowded. All right, you can come back now. Come back to reality. Wild. 2, 7, 6, 4. Wow. So, I mean, I would bet active. Oh, where am I going? 219. All right. Then we're doing Kingdom 5, right? Oh my gosh, dude. What is happening? 2764 points crowded for K5. Now I'm really starting to get slightly flabbergasted at this point. It's like, what are we doing, man? Let's go 31. Jeez. Uh, 219. Active, okay. Dude, figure that one out, huh? Fergie with the, I know, right? Like that would surprise me. I just wouldn't have expected that. Wild. Oh, I haven't been on here for a minute, so it's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, here's all your upgrades. Oh boy. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. Too bad I can't just like skip this reintroduction story. Oh my gosh, just take a year to get through that thing. All right, let's see what we got here. Cap Jack 3067. 4,000 points. All right, 240. We'll do Sense next. Let's take a look here. What was that one? 31. Let's take a look there. So. Okay, so it looks like they're active. All right, 240. 2934. All right, 2934. All right, nice. 27 will be next. Probably do a few more, and then we'll do the other seasons. I don't think we need to like keep going maybe too long here. We're already making really good pace. We're already at like 30. Let's check 240. All right. Oh, 240 is active. And then we'll do 27. Yeah, plus the other ones hopefully should go a little faster because there's not too many that we really need to reference 3121. And for the most part, what we're really looking at in those seasons is just what the point limit is. So we're not going to go through those ones like we're doing these ones, essentially. That's just going to be a quick view. We might only need to go into one just to see what the point max is and if it varies at all. Dude, 20 and then 27's crowded. Look at that. Yeah, well, there's only a few more to do too. One 7 8. That's 281. Cool. Check out 32. Oh, 32 is crowded. Two 944. And then 81's crowded. below the 3K. Yeah, but we don't need to be all the way in the flag. Oops, 2925. Sweet. All right, let's do 221. Almost done. Oh, what was the last one? 119? 119 is active. There you go. How about that? How about that one? Two 937. I think that was 267. Oops. And then 221. Crowded. There you go. All right, crowded. It's like you're just wondering for like the consistency to slap you in the face at this point. No. Wait, really? Really, Fergie? That's 452? Oh my god, I'm done. Yeah, maybe we should just give up and wait a few days for them to do some fixes. Jeez. Ling Ling, what up? Someone says Mavericks or even for 462, yeah. I think it's for 462. Jeez, 450. That makes that. I don't understand that. How can you be from that younger? Well, no, sorry. 452 I think is Season of Strife. Because I think some of the low mid 400s are in SOS already, or maybe pre-Strife. So that I guess could be right as far as them having the max 4K, but the 1154 maybe if they're in pre-Strife, but I'd have to see. I don't know what season they're in. But I mean that still seems like a pretty massive stretch to be considered crowded at that point. 2573. Oh, there we go. It's like a YY's server. Oh, 267. Let's check that out. 267. Okay, so they're active. It's not that bad. 2635. Okay. Uh, 314. Let's see. 314's crowded. Of course. Of course they are. Of course they are. I should just stop trying to question and figure it out at this point. Sorry, 118. Crowded. 297, huh? Wow, 2977 Gs. 305. And 297, let's see. 297 crowded. All right, I mean, it makes a little more sense at that point, but. Two 844. Uh, 23 Voss. And 305. Ooh, active, wow. I mean, of course you would be at this point. Oh god, I'm gonna have to wait now. Africa says, yeah, we just entered SOS format. We have about 220 active players, roughly, I'd say, but lower powers. Okay. I guess that makes sense for the cap. But, I mean, why you'd be crowded? I guess it doesn't matter, really. It's not like whether you're active or crowded at that point value matters, because you're still going to be able to recruit up to 4,000. Yeah, unless there's some invisible limit or restriction they put on it that we don't know about, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Right, as long as you stay crowded up to 4,000 points, you know, it doesn't matter what your status is. It would just be nice if it was reflected a little bit more accurately, I guess is where I'm coming from. I wonder what my dog was doing there for a sec. Unless it was just him walking on the hardwood. It could have been. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I do not want to buy a bundle on this scalp, but thank you so much for flashing the percentages in front of my face. 2731. All right, well, we're almost done at this point. 339, just a few more. What was that? 339, right? Is this in? We got it. Nice. 23. Oh, let's see. 23 active. $2802. 339, 282. Oh my gosh, what? And all right, last two. This is 282, right? $2539. All right. And then last one's 22. Sweet. Almost done. Then we can take a look at a few of those seasonal ones as well, just in case we need to grab anything from there. 282. Oh, where's 282? And then, all right, last one. Cool. Two 745. All right. Well, there it is. 2745. Oh, oops, sorry. 22. This is what I meant. Active. Well, there we go, man. That's all she wrote. COD must have a motto or mystery is key or something. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, absolutely. So that's it for what we got on all these, right? So you can kind of see there's only a couple full status kingdoms that are over 4K. It looks like 7 at the moment. We could probably double check that too as well by just going here, going through these ones. I don't think there's any. There's 283. Yep. Oh, sorry, 7. So he's got to count, right? So 1, 2. Nothing there. Yeah, it's probably just the one of RFF's group, I think. So that was 1, 5. That's 6. Yeah, so there's got to be one more somewhere. I think it's in pre-war. I think. Oh no, there we go. 7, 430. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So in here. Oh yeah, I can't look at these anyways. So let's look at 444 real quick. Just to see if we get something from that. But this is what we got right now. So we're going to look at a 444. I just want to see what their points are at, right? Is it 4K? Is it 3K? And then I could maybe even see what their power is for their Kingdom 2 as well in a moment. We can check, at least from the data about a week ago or so, just to see if the numbers reflect differently. So, dude, what? How are they 800? How are you 800 points pre-strife? I don't understand that one. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to explain that one to me. I'm just my brain is overloading right now. I don't get that. Look, see, I can't even type 4 4s. I don't even know. What was the alliance here? Yeah, I don't even know what they were. What were they? SCL. Okay, I'll look at their power later. Oh my god. That just burning something in my soul right now. Okay, 458 is the other full one. Let's look at 458. Let's see what they have for us. Yeah, that's just... All right. Nope. Yeah, let's back it up. Here we go. So, okay, 880, 800. Okay, but still, I mean, 800 pre-strike, that just seems... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Let me see. I'm going to see what their last top 300 pool was. I'm just curious what their power is in DBSX. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. Oh, God, that didn't work. Rough life. Okay, so 444, where were they? Let's see. Oh no, I lost it. All right, 444. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, see. Oh, yeah, I see. I forgot because some of these didn't get captured. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. I mean, again, this is probably loose. I'll say that it's loose. 458. Yeah, see, we didn't get it on that one. That's because he's still working. I think that's probably because he's still working on it. I almost wonder. What's their power here? Let me see. Okay, that's probably right because they're about 4.6. So I think this is maybe. What's that, 444? I didn't even check. Let's just go see. I didn't even look at the power there. Yeah, let's see. I'm just curious if this is about right, give or take. If it is, we'll keep it. If it's not, it looks a little awful. Maybe pass on it. And then we can take a look at a couple of these crowded kingdoms, 462, 464. Okay, yeah, that probably seems about right. Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. I probably could put this at 5. I don't think that's out of the realm. Or like 4.8. I think that probably could be okay. But what were they? 4.6. I have to factor in a little bit more than that. Right, based on the top. So this is 6.1. They came out 6.3, 4.6. Okay, how about 4.8? Let's do that. We'll just do that for now. A little placeholder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, why isn't this formatting? Oh, sorry, I think it's 5, right? I can't even remember what they were at now. The memory is going. Let's go to 462. So there's just 2 crowded here. I'm just curious on these ones. Yeah. I'm in 464. Yeah, nice, Omen. We're gonna take a look. Take a little looky look. A little looky look. Let's see here. We gotta go to the center for this one. So okay, 788 over 800. All right. That's PS, and that was what, 462. CK62. CK62. And what are they? 460. Oh, they're crowded. Yeah. So this one's crowded. Next one will be crowded. PS. Let me see. Do I have 462? Oh, look at that. I do. Sweet. I mean, it's from a week ago, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. All right, 464. Let's take a look. And let's see, is that pretty right? Okay, I think that's right. And then we'll do 4. Oh, I didn't rename 464. Oops. We'll have to rename that. Yeah, in the pre-strife ones, there's only 2 full, 2 crowded. $759,800. All right. 4624. And WS hyphen. And do I have 464? Oh, I do. Cool. There we go. All right. I mean, that covers that. I guess we could maybe try this one active just to see what it's at. What's that, 460? Just to maybe see if we can get something. cool. Yeah, we'll try that out. 460. Johan Swadik 316. Salmon, what happened to the bear? He quit. Oh, what happened to bear? All right, let's see. So this should be the active one, the only active in the pre-war for pre-strife. They're 524. Okay. 800 PS. This is active. 460. What's their alliance here? LF. I do not know how to do that one. So we'll just do LF space G. And do we get something for 460? I don't know if I got something. Oh, I did. Nice. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So PS. Okay, how about the next season though? So how about season 3? No one here. But I could see some of the numbers though. Let's go 505. That's full. Which is weird because I could see the season 3, but you can't see. Oh, interesting. That's so weird. It wasn't letting me see these on my other account. Oh, now it is. Okay, that was weird. Maybe it just took a minute to load up. That was so weird. Okay, yeah, let's do the fulls. 483. What's that? Oh god, dude, that took me for a loop. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to like close this and then bring it back up. Shit, that was weird. Yeah, let's scoot that over there. Let that load back up. 963,800. All right, look at that. PS. I mean, you have to be full at that point, right? That wouldn't make any sense. And then it's 483, huh? That's so weird. It's not showing me. Oh, you know what? Maybe because I have to be on the character. No, I don't think that's how that works, huh? So we're like, on my main, it's not showing me the statuses for the pre-strife ones in a season, but it is on this one. I don't know. Go figure. Do I have 43? Oh, I do have 43. Wow. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's just double check. Does that look about right? Yeah, that's right. So if we zoom out here, which is so weird. So see, you see it shows here for me, but it's so weird. On my main, it doesn't show me this stuff. Wow. So 483, 486. All right. Weird. So 486. All right, we'll take a look at that. No, I don't even do all that. Oh, wow, 817, so it's not that much. And then what was the alliance? Defy. And do I have 486? So nice. Look at that, I do. Cool. Okay. So I think we're good there. Unless there's a crowded, maybe we can look at. Oh, we'll do that one. 472. Then we'll do season 3. We're caught up. I'm chatting her right now. Jeez, man, you guys. Uh, 771. All right, sweet. Yeah, so we'll say that's crowded. And what is that? RSX. And we'll go boom, boom. 472. I don't know if I have 472. I don't know if that's right. 879 mil, 472? No way. Yeah. Yeah. So that one was an off one. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that blank. And then what about season 3? So nothing there. So we got to look at a full one. There's only one. Let's go 505. Let's see what they're at. Are they at 800 points or is it something different? Yeah, we'll take a look. So we'll do S3. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know. Well, no, they're full. I know they're full because we could see that much. But we don't really know any other details. Wow, so they're 800 too. Well, okay. 505. PHW hyphen. All right, do I have some for 505? Let's see. 14. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's a no. Let's go 508. Let's look at maybe 1 or 2 crowdeds, and we'll take some down. 508. I guess probably going to be about the same though, right? So we'll do 508. Let me see. We know this is crowded. This is S3, and we know it's 800 points. Wouldn't it be wild if like 900? We're just gonna throw you a curveball. 5, 7, 800. Wow. Okay. I mean, I think that probably gives me an okay number, right? 520. Maybe we'll just take a look at that one, then go to the next one. Yeah, then we can take a look from there. I gotta head. Yeah, Fergie says I gotta head out. 1:40 a.m. here was good chilling. Thanks, Fergie, for hanging out. Appreciate you. Soma says 2:37 a.m. here. Yeah. Hedge, what's up, man? Welcome. Boss Nasty getting more subs. Yeah, man. We're trying. We're trying. Trying to put that work in. 470, 43 worth looking at. I think we did. We did 43. I don't know if we looked at 470. Yeah, man. Who would have known the live streaming could have been all right. So 75. I think that was 520. We'll do S3, and I think that's going to be crowded. I just got to grab this one, which is R-NF. -NF. All right. Let's try a season 2, and then I think we should be pretty much good after that, right? It's just season 2 that we just wanted to look at. So, oh, wow. We can look at 522. They're full. There we go. Look at that. That was pretty easy. 5, what do we say? 522? No, look at that. 2 more. And then we'll do full. It kind of doesn't make sense though that the max migration points for kingdoms before season traffic, they're just all 800. Shouldn't they be different? Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense that you just get like a massive boost there at the end. Oh, look at that, 650. So there you go, season 2, 650. 787, 650. There you go. Look at that. First change. PLA hyphen. Oh, all right, let's see. So season 2, we did that. What was that 522? Let's do 524. Yeah, what do I have for 522? Oh, that kind of seems about right. 522 seems about right. Oh, did I have something for 520? That does not seem about right. We'll stick with this. We'll stick with this one. 524. Let's see. 675, 650. All right. That's 2. Yeah, you're full. Next one's gonna be full. I think it was 524, right? What was the alliance? IM-A. Yeah, did I send for 524? 2.9. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Okay. No, I mean that could be right. That could be right. That's close enough. All right, and then there should be one. There was one more full status. I don't know what the name was. 535. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Oops. Mm-hmm. Uh, 765, 650. Okay. 765, 6. Oops. All right, what's the alliance? DA35. 535. Do I have something on them? 1.7. Okay, we'll take a look. Let's see if 1.7 lines up. That's a little bit low. I don't think we're going to count that. But what we will do is, I do want to check a crowded. I at least want to check one crowded here if there's any. Oh, there's one, 530. Okay, cool. Let's just do that, and then we'll probably be the last one we look at. 530, right? Cool. 641. Okay. KvK hashtag. What was this? 530? What do I have for you? 6? I don't think so. 630 mil? I don't think that sounds super low. Yeah, it is. All right. Oh, you know what we could do is, I was just thinking about this. What if they have anything for season 1 pre-1? 585. I doubt, but I'm just curious. Let's see, 585, huh? Can see that real quick. Curious if that'll show us anything. Salmon night, man. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yeah, let's just see if it shows anything for like season 1.5. What's that? It's 500. Look at that. We just got a new one. 425. That's cool. Was that 425? 585, right? And that's, I guess I'll do S1.5, or I guess we'll do S1. Like, they'll know it's pre-war. I'll do S1 PW. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think this was active. I don't need to do all that. Let me do this. Look at that, man. Found something new out right before. That's cool. I think that was 585, right? It is. 1.7, 585. Where are they? Yeah, no, that doesn't look good. Yeah, we're not going to add that. All right, look at that. So we figured everything out. Again, even though we didn't get everything from the personal point, because that probably will take us a little bit more time, we were able to get a range, right, from 1 down from 1 up to 20. Again, I'm sure they're probably still updating that, so we're most likely we may see some change numbers for that. But this was great because we were really able, I think, to get a good set of like, where is everyone at? So I may do an individual video where we talk about kingdom migration points and maybe personal points for this. So, but I think I'm going to wait till I get a few more collected in here, and then we'll look to add. Yeah. And then Concierge has got back to me too and said that, yeah, it's confirmed that you can still accept special migration even if you're at full status. So yeah, and again, we kind of already felt like that would have been the case. So, oh, nice. And then V sent me some stuff. Oh, interesting. It does say NIL. Oh my God. Absolutely right. I'll have to take a look at that in a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty buck wild. I'll say that. Jeez. Do I make you both horny? That is so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm curious now, since we're pretty much done, I think, with our stuff. Is this, yeah, 665, where am I at right now? Which one am I at? This one? Yeah, let's see, because remember, they just loaded in. Oh, we still can't see anything. Oh my God. Oh, cannot view servers until level 1 passes open. Okay, that's not awful. That is not bad, because level 1 passes. Where do I gotta go? 41 for this? I think, right? Yeah. Where was it looking? Let's try 609. Yeah, 41. All right. Yeah. So this is 41. Level 1 passes should be opening on the 3rd. Oh, no, never mind. 4th. So we got to wait for the 4th chapter. So there's 1 day, 2 days, 3.5 days, 5 days. If that's right. Well, it could be 5.5 days because it's saying we can't view until it opens. It depends. If it's going off of just, hey, we've completed the Augerstone chapter, 5 days. If it's not, then it's 5.5 days. So, but thankfully, nothing's really going to pop off until then. So it doesn't really matter that we can't view the map. I'm just happy that at least they're allowing for us to view it after that period. Yeah. Yeah. Someone, what's up, man? Welcome. Oh, sorry, what list? What list do you mean? If you mean the 314 list I've been showing off, I stated earlier that some of the data is not full, or not all there, I should say, because it was kind of a broken, I guess it was a little bit of a broken scan where not everything was pulled in that one. That's one of the reasons why I haven't done any of my top stats this month, because I'm waiting for Fuzzy to update the databot. And whenever he feels he's good or it's in a good place, then he'll let me know. Yeah, but if you mean a different sheet, then let me know. Maybe if it wasn't that one specifically. Yeah. Okie dokie. All right, fam. Listen, I didn't realize we'd been going almost 4 hours now. I appreciate you rocking with us. We set out to do everything we wanted to do today, which was absolutely fantastic. We got to take a look at the discharge player process that Doomstar was so kind enough to walk us through. Just giving an example of discharging someone, and then he rescinded it, but just kind of walked us through what that process was. We talked a little bit about that. We then looked through the migration points for kingdoms and players. And then we were able to get some confirmations from level 1 pass, and then just have some good talks. Man, it's absolute great. Great. I got a new member today. So shout out to Vizero. Why I'm already forgetting the name. I got to scroll up here so I can make sure that I quote correctly in the chat. As of now, I feel like I'm losing a little bit of my voice, even though I'm not yelling at anyone. Vavorix. There we go. And I'm probably butchering the name too as well. I hope I'm not. But yeah, so awesome, man. Yesterday we had a couple big donos from H Pizzle, Humble Pie, which was just so awesome to see right near the end of the stream. But listen, as always, I'm just happy people enjoy hanging out with us, watching me do my thing. With it being a little bit different than I'm sure what some other streamers in these genres may do or most likely will do. And yeah, I think it's all about just kind of carving our own adventure, carving our own space. So for me, these are things I love to do. So I'm happy and glad you guys were down with rocking with us for a little while. And yeah, that's it. My dog has been growling at me, but just in a very nice way for the past probably 30 minutes. So I am going to go walk him. And yeah, I'm probably going to be trying to upload some of the videos, maybe 1 or 2 from this stream, either tonight or probably tomorrow. Definitely the one where we looked at the discharge feature, because I just thought that was a really nice process on getting some insight from one of the kings and queens in a top kingdom and hearing from them as well. That is it for me. So whether you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, I will see you in the next one. Take care.